Hello and welcome inside the Panther Athletic Complex here in Cincinnati, Ohio, as we come out of the All-Star break as the Joes will take on the Cincinnati Steam. Luke West-Poley joined Blake Griffin alongside. Blake, team had a good All-Star game yesterday, good representation, and now this is the chance where things really start to ramp up coming out of the All-Star game in a really close, really close battle atop the GLSCL South.
Yeah, had our fun yesterday. It was a great day at Prasco. Good to see the guys get out and have some good representation for the Joes. But now it's time to get down to business and hunt down a playoff spot with the Settlers playing the Copperheads tonight. You know, you just need to control your own destiny at this point.
Absolutely. The Licking County Settlers, as mentioned, taking on the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and not a whole lot of separation between the top few teams in the GLSCL South. Licking County with a record of 18-12. Hamilton 1 game behind at 17-13, and Cincinnati a half game behind of the Joes at a record of 16-13. Second time these two teams will face off here at the Panther Athletic Complex this season. Joes took the first one late last week. Joes, the away team, will bat first. We'll give you the Kettering Health starting lineup right now. Batting first, the All-Star in center field, Grant Miller. Nick Wimmers, another All-Star, will DH and bat second. Evan Ulrich will play catcher and bat third. Parker Lesser playing third base in the cleanup spot. Cal Brazier playing first base, batting fifth. Clay Badalak at the shortstop position, and he will bat sixth. Sam Lowe moving over to second to the right side of the infield. He will bat seventh. Casey Fink in right field, batting eighth. And rounding out the order, the Wright State Raider in left field, Mr. Andrew Patrick. On the mound for the Cincinnati Steam will be Nick Falter out of Denison University, making his second start, sixth appearance. He's pitched 14 2/3 innings so far with a 4.9 ERA and 15 strikeouts. Should be a good one, Blake, between these two teams, but a crucial battle as the Joes are going to see the Steam a lot late this season, and especially with things as close as they are with those tiebreakers being head-to-head, you got to think things may come down to that. It's a big one to be able to get a win and take this series potentially against the Steam here tonight.
Yeah, the Steam, obviously a great team. The Scouts, obviously a great team. Going to take a lot of concentration in these last 8 games to just kind of hunker down and make sure you get the correct results. And obviously facing the Steam on the last day of the season, no tough task as well.
Absolutely. So should be a good one between Steam and Joes. I believe they're about to do starting lineups here at the park, and indeed they will. So we'll take a short break and be back with first pitch in just a second. Stay with us. Joes Baseball on the way. Joes and Steam coming out of the All-Star break here on a Wednesday evening. Thanks for joining us. Luke West-Poley, Blake Griffin alongside. Joes currently trying to claw it out with a few teams atop the GLSCL South. The defensive alignment tonight for Cincinnati from left to right in the outfield. It will be Barnes, Hegeman, and Thaman. And in the infield, Hammond, Lopez, Schneider, and John from left to right as well. Corey Klingenbeck will be behind the plate with Nick Falter on the mound. Of course, at the All-Star game yesterday, the South victorious over the North. 3-0 was the final. South out-hit the North 5-1. Joe's with quite a bit of representation. 8 All-Stars as well as 4 alternates.
Yeah, just a fun day all around. A lot of the guys just kind of joking around, having a good time. Hopewell, who was really lackadaisical yesterday, pitched phenomenally in the game yesterday. A lot of our guys did pretty well. Grant Miller did pretty good. Nick Wimmers doing pretty well. Also, very fun to talk to some scouts. Us interns had to set up some stuff and hand out some stuff to some scouts. Just kind of good to pick their brains on what they're looking for and how that process goes about as well.
Yeah, quite a bit of Major League scouting was present yesterday at Prasco Park. Of course, the prospect showcase with the alternates. They participated in that, the 60-yard dash and the batting practice, and then, of course, the All-Star game, the highlight of the night. But obviously, the All-Star game is an event we look forward to in terms of just one day, but also what that means is now we're starting to move down the stretch and really get into crunch time in the season. And it's really interesting because we talked about it on the All-Star game broadcast yesterday. Last year at this time, 3 teams had already been eliminated from playoff contention, and this year, none are out mathematically. So a lot closer this year on both sides in North and South. Because right now, the South is going to be very competitive, but one more spot to go after. There's probably 4 or 5 teams you could say that are really competitive going after 2 spots, whereas in the North, seeming like everybody's really competitive, but only going after 1 spot as the Michigan Monarchs have really run away with things in first place now, 5 games up on everybody else, standing at 20-10. So we'll get this one going here from the Panther Athletic Complex right now. Grant Miller going to lead things off. Grant Miller, an all-star selection out of Ball State, came in yesterday in the 6th inning. Had a pretty good day at the plate, was 0 for 1, but got an RBI on that ground out, and then was hit by a pitch later in the 10th inning. First pitch on the way, dealt in, right down Broadway, but a little low. It'll be ball 1. 5:11 your start time on this one. Early game here from Panther Athletic Complex. 1-0 to Miller. Swing and a foul tip that finds its way to the backstop, 1-1.
Yeah, Grant Miller didn't quite get a chance to. Actually, he did. He stole a base yesterday.
He did steal a base.
I was going to say he didn't get a chance to show off the speed in front of the scouts during the game, but they stole a bag as well.
1-1 over the outside corner, called strike 2. And Miller got to second on the stolen base and then eventually advanced over to third on a wild pitch before he was stranded there in his second plate appearance. 1-2 pitch outside. Miller holds up.
Because I was going to say no balls were hit out to him out in the outfield. He didn't get a chance to show off that amazing glove that we've seen.
Bennett Clement got quite a few hit to him in center, made a couple really nice plays. But, yeah, nothing for Grant Miller. Just got a good seat to watch, you could say. Count is 2-2. Falter fires home. This one lifted out into shallow right, and that will be dived for and not caught by Thaman. It's going to be a short hop play. And so Thaman did his absolute best to try and secure that in the glove, or at least make it look like it. Fooled me from up here, but I guess that one got down in right. It'll be a one-hop single for Grant Miller.
Good to see him get himself started after the break. It was kind of cold for a little bit, and maybe everybody just needing that little day break to kind of have some loose nerves just playing the baseball, find their swings once again.
So interested to see the Joes have not won this year coming out of an off day.
Mm-hmm.
So they've always been a little sluggish. First pitch in to Nick Wimmers, breaking ball low for ball 1.
Not your ordinary off day, though. You did get to play baseball.
A lot of these guys did get to play, or at least have a little bit of time to get some swings in. 1-0 count. Miller jumping on first, and he goes. Throw is outside. Throw down to second. One hops and gets over the head of Lopez. Schneider backs him up in shallow center field, but it's going to be a stolen base for Grant Miller.
Yeah, there it is. Any scouts watching? I don't know if they're tuned into this stream. It was on our channel, so maybe we got a couple scout subscribers. Well, there's the speed.
Yeah, Grant Miller was almost robbed yesterday, as on his initial steal, they gave him a catcher's indifference. But then it was eventually changed to a stolen base, which was as it rightfully should have been. 2-0 the count to Nick Wimmers. And the breaking ball up high makes the count 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, when I heard that read out over the PA, I was a bit confused because I think Grant Miller had that bag regardless.
Yeah, he had a great jump, and it was fumbled behind the plate by Ryan Lux, but he was probably going to be in there. 3-0. And Falter can't buy a strike. It's a 4-pitch walk to Nick Wimmers. First and second, nobody out for the Joes. In strides Evan Ulrich, batting .268 this year. Ulrich was pretty hot before the All-Star break. Brought the average up quite a bit.
Had a string of doubles.
He did. Had a great game the last time the Joes were here at the Steam.
That was, what, one week ago, last Thursday?
It was. He went 3 for 5. First pitch slider in on the hands for ball 1. 11 for 22 on the season. Last time Ulrich out against the Steam on July 7th. Had 2 doubles and a single. He's got 5 doubles and 2 home runs on the season. 1-0 count to Evan Ulrich. Falter looks at second, now deals home, and that's up high, ball 2. Falter just cannot seem to find the zone right now. Kicking some dirt, trying to recollect things here in the top of the first.
Yeah, just seems like he's all over. He can't find a consistent place to miss so far early.
So 2-0, the count to Evan Ulrich. First and second, nobody out. Top 1. The pitch, swing and a miss. Ulrich going after it. It was going to be in the zone anyway, so probably it called strike 1, but Ulrich not taking on that.
We've learned that's not his game whatsoever. He's going to try to put one out 2-0.
2-1 pitch on the way. This one lifted up and into the screen up high on the right side. So Ulrich has now found himself in a 2-2 count. This screen here at Elder High School is absolutely massive behind home plate. So hard to put one out of play behind the plate. 2-2 count. Falter set. The righty deals. Swing and a foul tip. Kicked off Klingenbeck behind home plate. Takes a look at the glove. May have clipped it, but couldn't secure. And so Ulrich will remain alive. Wind blowing a little bit out from the left field foul pole towards center field. Joe's in the black jerseys with gray pants today. Steam in the blues with white bottoms. Falter. Deals home. Runners go. This one's chopped on the ground to third. Scooping on the one hop. The throw across the diamond is in time from Hammond. But the hit and run pays off. That could have been 2. Both lead runners probably would have got gunned down on that one. Instead, it'll advance to second and third now for the Joes on the ground out from Evan Ulrich.
Yeah, smart timing. You know, you put both runners in motion. You really take that double play off the boards, especially with Parker Lester, who's going to come up and probably one of your hotter bats in the last couple of weeks.
Lester's average up to 306. So the first or second lefty, rather, to face off against Nick Falter. First pitch on the way, and that'll miss off the outside corner just below for ball 1. Lester hitting .346 with runners in scoring position. Steam in no hurry to gun a man down at home. The infield in their normal positions. 1-0, swinging a foul tip. Stops in between the legs of Klingenbeck behind the plate. Make the count 1-1. Partly cloudy here, just a few clouds spotting the sky. Sitting in the mid to high 80s, but a little bit of wind pretty decent weather here. 1-1 the count to Lester. Falter deals in, and that finds the outside corner for strike 2. Really like Lester to put one in play here, especially with the infield out in their normal spots, as a ground ball would likely score a run with the speedy Grant Miller on third. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Parker Lester goes golfing. Strike 3, and it's back-to-back outs now for Nick Falter after giving up the hit and the walk to start things off. Second and third with 2 outs for Cal Brazier. Brazier coming up to face off against Falter. Last time he was here, went 2 for 5 with a pair of singles. Was blasting some hits pregame, but just said the ball really wasn't flying for him, as it tends not to do here at the Panther Athletic Complex. First pitch to him, slides down and away for ball 1.
They called it a graveyard.
It's interesting because the field itself is not daunting in its size alone.
It's not bigger than Foundation Field by any means.
But just the way that it's set up makes it difficult to hit the ball far here. This one's jammed up the middle, and that's going to get down in center for a base hit. 1 run will score. Wimmers being waved around third. Play at the plate is in time. Great throw out there from Hegeman in center as he guns down Nick Wimmers. That throw was not cut off. Straight from 8-2 to put out Wimmers at home. Joes do get 1 to take the lead, but that will retire the side here in the top of the first. 1-0 our score. We'll head to the bottom of the innings. Team looking for a response here from Elder High School. Stay with us. More Joes baseball on the way. Bottom of the first here from the Panther Athletic Complex. On the mound, making his first start of the season this evening for the Joes, will be Tegan Bork out of LSUE. Tegan's appeared in 7 games rather of the bullpen so far with a 4.65 ERA, sporting 6 strikeouts. Will face off against Tommy Thaman, lefty batter out of Tiffin University, GLSCL All-Star. Batted in the leadoff spot. Both leadoff hitters batting first in the order yesterday, as Thaman was the starter and Miller came in for him. Tommy Thaman yesterday was 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch misses up high for ball 1 from Tegan Bork. That was the winning run as it came in the bottom of the first inning. First run of 3 that the South would push across in the game. They would win 3-0. 1-0, cut and a miss on the inside half. 1-1 now. Thaman will back out to collect himself. Thaman was GLSCL Player of the Week in Week 1. Faces the 1-1, and that one trickles between the legs of Evan Ulrich, bouncing its way to the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to him now. Thaman batting .307 on the season, .458 when leading off an inning.
That's the guy you want.
2-1 offering on the way. This one lined right side, but it'll fall into the glove of Sam Lowe at second base. Line ball that just died in the air. It'll be an L4 for Tommy Thaman. That records the first out of the inning. And now on to Adam Schneider we go.
That took some adjustment to see Sam Lowe there instead of somebody else.
Yeah, so Lowe and Badalak have kind of switched spots, you could say. Badalak mostly at second, played a little short. First pitch is lifted up by Schneider. Left side, shallow outfield. Coming in is Grant Miller, or rather Andrew Patrick. He will call off Clay Badalak and make the catch in shallow left for out number 1. But yeah, yesterday, Badalak was given the all-star nod but put in the shortstop position as Riley Hawthorne was playing second, and then Tommy Rover, who's been fantastic this year for the Xenia Scouts, was given the other nod at second base. Max Fries will step in now with the bases empty and 2 outs. First pitch from Tegan Bork on the way, and it'll miss low for ball 1. But yeah, Badalak was having the type of season where you couldn't really not give him an all-star spot, so they decided to put him at short. And the 1-0, this one's crushed out to deep left field. Going back is Andrew Patrick looking up. This one's going to one-hop over his head, trickling to the wall. He picks it off the ground. Roped over the head by Max Fries. It's a 2-out double.
Yeah, way to jump on it. Finds himself an opportunity where he can find a fastball that caught maybe a little too much of the middle of the plate. And that ball was crushed. I think if you play this at Roselawn, that one's getting out.
Gone, yep. So Max Fries, who's had a great season this year for Cincinnati, continuing to do well out of that DH spot. Extending the inning with a 2-out double. William John looking to drive him in and tie this game. Lefty hitting .333. Bork from the stretch, deals home. And this one's flared out into left. Patrick moving over towards the line. Reaching, he makes a snow cone catch. Andrew Patrick saves a run and makes the catch after the last one got over his head at the wall. He would not be denied, and that will end the first inning and preserve the Joes' lead. 1-0 to inning number 2 we go. Clay Badalak will lead us off when we come back. Stay with us. Joes Baseball is live here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Clay Badalak digging into the lefty box. Team holding on to a 1-0 lead in the top of the second inning. First pitch on the way. Bunt is squared and pulled back. That'll miss down and away for ball 1. As we kind of alluded to at the end of the last inning, our talk was cut short, but Badillac playing shortstop looked really, really good defensively yesterday. It's the 1-0 crush down the right side, and that will be down in fair territory. It finishes over next to the Joe's bullpen. Coming over from right is Thaman firing it in. Badillac sliding, and the ball gets away. And now coming off third base is Hammond to go get it. Throw to the covering pitcher, Falter, will not get him at third. It's going to be a double for Clay Badillac, and he will reach third on the error. And he starts off the inning with a bang.
Saw a lot of that in BP, just guys kind of poking stuff down the line softly, and it's going to just keep rolling, and you get a result like that.
Yeah, he just kind of sprayed that one down the right side, and there is no chalk on the grass in the outfield that goes up the line, so I had no idea if that one was fair or foul. The first pitch lifted up right side from Sam Lowe. Pursuing it from first is John. Looks to be underneath it, and he'll make the catch for out number one. Badillac will have to stay over at third. Steam dugout, I think, is yelling across the diamond after that pop out from Sam Lowe. But nonetheless, it won't advance the runner.
The energy carrying over from last night is that south dugout was lively, to say the least.
Very lively. As when Grant Miller was hit in that 10th, because in the All-Star game, if you're not familiar with the format, the South had the game won, but you will play 10 complete innings regardless of score. So the South had the game won, but then got to bat in the bottom of the 10th. As the first pitch misses low to Casey Fink. Trickles away from Klingenbeck, but he'll retrieve for ball one. And so when Grant Miller was hit to lead off that inning, kind of just jogged down the line and gave a little smile to the South dugout, who was hanging over the fence and just screaming at him. He gave a little bat flip as well. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball falls into the outside corner for strike one. Fink with 7 RBIs, 8 for his last 19 in that stretch. 1-1 misses down and in. Spots in the infield.
Yeah, the infield's going to give you one here. You got to roll over at the very least.
2 balls and 1 strike to Casey Fink. Falter kicks and deals. This one's lifted up. Looper left side, pushing towards foul territory. That's going to hit off the fence and come back into play, but it will be called foul. It hit off the top of the fence on the left side that shields off from, I believe, part of the bullpen over there, and it bounced back up. And Harrison Barnes was a little taken aback and left as it actually bounced back over his head. 2-2 the count now to Casey Fink. Runner on third, 1 out. Falter deals home. This one lifted up left side, and that hits off the pole in foul territory. Count remains the same. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Fink still. Righty on lefty matchup. The pitch. This one hit up the left side, and that's down. Just to Lopez's left at short for a base hit. Trickling into left field. It's an RBI for Casey Fink. That'll bring home Clay Badillac easily. Second hit of the inning for the Joes. Good at bat with 2 strikes on him. Fouled a couple off and then just poke one opposite field. So the Joes extend their lead 2-0.
The willingness just to go the opposite way from Casey Fink is one of the greatest things about him at the plate. You saw him with 2 strikes, just kind of fighting stuff off, pushing stuff to the left-hand side. Finally gets one more over the plate and finds a gap.
First pitch to Andrew Patrick. This one's crushed to right center. That's going to get down in the gap. One hops the wall, rounding second and now pulling up. Runner's going to come home. Fink will score. Patrick deciding to not go for third on that one, but nonetheless, it's an RBI double for him.
That is what we've been waiting for Andrew Patrick, waiting for him to finally start finding some gaps.
5th RBI of the season for AP. Now a runner on second with 1 out. Back to the top of the order we go, Grant Miller. Andrew Patrick competed at the All-Star game yesterday as a prospect in the Prospect Showcase. Ran a 6.2 hand time 60.
Didn't really show it there, I guess. I thought he had 3.
First pitch is fouled back by Miller into the pole, bouncing back to home plate.
Oh,
Grant Miller waves
Yeah.
off. Corey Klingenbeck behind the plate says, let me get it. Yeah, very surprised that maybe Patrick just didn't know how far that ball went, because with his speed, he definitely could have dug for third there. But nonetheless, just going to see if Miller can drive him in. 0-1. Falter deals home inside. That'll miss Miller by a couple inches. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Joes have 2 in the inning, looking to make it more. Current score 3-0 in favor of the Joes. A crucial game. These two teams sitting just a half game apart in second and third in the GLSCL South. Once again, top 2 teams make the playoffs. One ball and 1 strike as Falter lifts the knee and turns around. Long look back at Patrick. Now he deals home and he hits Grant Miller. Right on the shoulder. Miller will wear it, give a little smirk to the dugout, and hop, skip, and a jump over to first base.
Yeah, hit 2 times in his last 3 ABs.
Last 3 at-bats. And that will draw a visit from Corey Klingenbeck over to the mound. First and second now for Nick Wimmers.
Wilmer's got a new walk-up song in the works, he said. He said he used to do walk-up songs when he played for Eastern Oklahoma State Community College. And so what he does is he cuts out part of the instrumental and then gets the words. So when you announce the name, you don't miss the words. And everybody always asks him why his walk-up songs are the best. So we will come to the field tomorrow.
Hardcore.
Yeah, come to the field tomorrow. You'll hear it.
He's got the tie-up headband on underneath the batting helmet. The back's flaring out, looking like Karate Kid. First pitch to him over the outside half for strike 1. We talked about it again on the broadcast yesterday, but Wimmers is a guy that just every time you talk to him and you just ask him questions about baseball, it all comes down to fun. As that pitch skips in and it's going to get by Klingenbeck. Moving to his right, gets all the way to the backstop. Both runners going to advance, second and third now with the count 1-1. But, we interviewed him a few nights ago, and he said, your time in baseball is limited, however long that may be for him, maybe ending after his next college season, which will be his final year of eligibility, maybe some professional years in his future. But he said regardless of whatever it is limited, and just wants to have as much fun as possible and just do everything that he can to enjoy his time on a baseball diamond. 1-1, hit right up the middle. Looking back, they've got Andrew Patrick in a rundown. Throw home, bounces to Klingenbeck. Now he's running back to third. Throw is over. Advancing to second and third now. Play at the plate is in time. As Falter applies the tag, Andrew Patrick just got a little too far off of third base, but Wimmers will advance to second and Miller will go to third. So through all that, the same situation, just 1 out more. No runs will score on the play, though, for the Joes.
Was it a 1, 2, 5, 1?
Did not expect that to go over to third, but no hesitation behind the play from Klingenbeck.
Well,
1 ball and no strike.
The most
Lester. Two balls and no strike to Ulrich. The pitch in the bottom part of the zone called strike 1. Two-0 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Ulrich over the top that time. 2-1, rather. That'll make the count 2-2. 2-2, still 2 in scoring position. Joe's at 2 in the inning. 2 outs. However you like it. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Joes were threatening to really break this one open, but Nick Falter halts them at 2 here in the top of the second inning. To the bottom we go. Joes with a relatively comfortable advantage, 3-0. as we head to the bottom of the second. Corey Klingenbeck behind the dish will lead things off for the Steam when we come back. Stay with us. Corey Klingenbeck will dig in for the Steam to face off against Tegan Bork. Pretty solid first inning for Tegan. Gave up the double, but 3 outs manufactured to hang a 0. Joe's leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. Luke Westpoley, Blake Griffin alongside. Crucial matchup here as teams continue to battle out playoff position. First pitch from Tegan Bork on the way, up high. Klingenbeck thought about it, but held up. 1 ball and no strikes. Regular season winding down, but heating up, you could say, as we're just over a week until the end of it. 1-0 pitch misses outside. Next Sunday, Joe's will take on the Steam. A week from this Sunday, I should say, we'll take on the Steam in the final game of the regular season. 2-0 pitch misses upstairs for ball 3.
It kind of starts quick and ends quick. This league does. It
does.
It starts real fast. You get kind of going. You're like, okay, we've got some time. And then all of a sudden you blink and you're 1 week left.
3-0 misses inside for ball 4 to Klingenbeck. So the leadoff man aboard for the Steam. Klingenbeck, who was batting .391. Josh Hegeman coming in now. He's a .225 hitter playing in center field.
And a Barbie girl.
Another lefty batter. First pitch, slider in there for strike 1 from Bork. Lester in a little bit at third. He's going to back out about a step or so, but still kind of on the edge of the grass. Now the 0-1. This one's lifted up. Shallow outfield going back from short is Badalak, and he makes the catch over his shoulder. Badalak continuing to dazzle defensively at short. Made that play like it was nothing. Just reached up and picked it out of the air.
Like he's been playing shortstop his whole life.
Klingenbeck remains on first. Now 1 out for Luke Hammond. Hammond batting .159 this season. First pitch to him lifted up into the screen on the right side. Hammond, the third baseman, played at Xavier this past spring. Bork deals home. This one's chopped right side, but foul. Down the trail toward the Joes dugout. Count is 0-2. Evan Ulrich a little shaken up as he caught that one. It'll bring Tyler Thaman out of the Joes dugout. Did not see where that ball hit Ulrich.
Barker Lester's laughing, so obviously Evan's fine.
He's flexing that right hand. We've seen Ulrich get beat up a lot. Does not like to talk to trainers, though.
And not a fan of trainers in-game, that's for sure. This might be the first time I've seen him talk to one in-game.
So he's kind of shaking out that right arm right now as he continues to talk. Joes are going to take this time to meet at the mound as Lester will now run out there, and everyone's in talking to Tegan Bork. Runner on first, 1 out. 0-2 count to Luke Hammond. Ulrich kind of going through the throwing motion without a ball. Going to test it out. Bork's going to fire one into him just to test him out as everyone heads back. Couple of throws. Ulrich's okay. Everyone back to the dugouts, and we will resume at 0-2.
We'll see who the break kind of favors, pitcher or catcher, or pitcher or batter, rather.
So Hammond stands in. Bork on the stretch from the mound. Slider fouled back. Count stays 0-2. Hammond is 0 for 3 against the Joes this season. Oh, 0-2 pitch, slider, and a called strike 3. Figured it was going to be over the outside half, but held our breath for a second waiting on the call. It's the first strikeout for Tegan Bork. Nice offering there to put down Luke Hammond. That'll bring up Harrison Barnes.
Played for the dramatics from home plate umpires. He kind of had to, he waited a second, stepped back, and really kind of sent it. Started the lawnmower on that one.
First pitch to Barnes in there for strike 1. Barnes, a tall, lanky frame in the lefty box. Facing an 0-1 with a runner on first and 2 outs. Bork fires home. That time it'll miss outside. These guys both playing for schools in the South. Barnes at Tuskegee, Bork at LSU Eunice. 1-1 pitch. Bounced in. Ulrich blocks down. He'll let it sit on home plate, not pick it up, but Klingenbeck not going to move. Back-to-back outs recorded by the Steam without advancing the leadoff man, Corey Klingenbeck, who walked to start off the inning. Bork nods and now fires. Slider, called strike 2.
It's the best breaking ball we've probably seen him throw tonight. Or this, it is tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
Evening
start.
Yeah, evening, yeah.
2-2 count. See if Bork goes back to that here. The pitch, runner goes, grounded first base side, foul. Talked about it last time we were here, but the baselines go straight up the left side of the infield grass on the first base side and the right side of the infield grass on the third base side. So if you're hitting it in the dirt, it's probably foul. 2-2. Breaking ball just off the outside corner. Close one there for Tegan Bork, but instead the count full to Harrison Barnes. Barnes sitting right at the 300 mark in terms of average on the season. 3-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Pitch is low. Ball 4. So back-to-back walks. Not back-to-back, but 2 in the inning from Tegan Bork. We'll put runners on first and second. Ninth hitter in the lineup, Gabe Lopez, comes up to the plate. Shortstop at Maryville College.
Yeah, walks are Bork's really only kryptonite.
That one grounded foul, kicked straight up in the air. Must have hit a rut in the grass just to the left of home plate. Count is 0-1. Bork came in with 13 walks to 6 strikeouts. 0-1. Pitch to Lopez, rather delayed by a knee lift. Crouched in the righty box is Gabe Lopez. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses down low. Started out well, but Lopez holds up as that one falls to the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. First and second. 2 outs. Joe's leading 3-0 here from Elder High School. 1-1 pitch zipped in there low. Bork loses the hat on the fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Or 2-0 pitch, right? Rather, 2-1. So that one misses low for ball 3.
Yeah, looking at Bork's complete line of work, it's just been walks that he's really needed to work on and has been good in his last couple of appearances.
3-1 check swing. And they're going to call a balk, I believe, on Bork. So I believe that's going to be no pitch.
And no pitch, I'm pretty sure.
So the count's going to remain 3-1, and both runners are going to advance into scoring position, and the count's going to remain 3-1 to Lopez. So just a twitch there on the mound for Bork. Now a big position to do some damage maybe. Lopez sitting on a pitch in the zone here. 3-1, up high, ball 4. 3 walks in the inning now for Bork. Will load the bases for the top of the order. Tommy Thaman coming up. And now Tyler Thaman out of the Joe's dugout. So he will visit on the mound.
Just 30 pitches so far, so it hasn't been completely inefficient, but it has been 22 in this inning as he only threw 8 in the first.
Yeah, interested to see how much coming into this game Bork had in terms of stamina, as he hadn't pitched this college season, and then hadn't pitched much, I should say, this college season, and then only came out of the bullpen so far this year for the Joes. He's making his first start. Appeared in 7 games so far, but never got to really go too far, as he has only pitched 9 2/3 innings across those 7 appearances. So Tommy Thaman will come in. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Thaman 0 for 1 with the bases loaded this year. Bork winds and fires. Breaking ball misses down low for ball 1. A small check swing from Thaman that is going to be appealed out to the base umpire, but Thaman did not go. 1-0 count. Jacob Hughes out of Englewood, Ohio, has made his way to the Joe's bullpen. This one gets away from Ulrich, though. To the backstop it goes. Run will score. Both guys advancing, as that one just squirted away from Ulrich as it contacted the ground. It will be called a passed ball. All the runners going to advance. That'll put them on 2nd and 3rd now. 2-0 the count. Jacob Hughes out of University of Indianapolis, the junior right-hander, into the Joe's bullpen, potentially waiting in the wings for his debut. 2-0, slider finds the zone for strike 1. Good pitch there from Bork. Back on the horse here. Oh, 1, broken bat, jammed up the middle. Badalak coming over on it. He sidearms over to first and able to get him for out number 3. Well, held your breath for a moment on that one. It was hit straight up the middle, but on the broken bat, it died just enough for Clay Badalak to make the play from short. Steam get one after the pass ball. It's by Evan Ulrich with the bases loaded, but certainly a lot more damage could have been done. The Joes fortunate to still have that lead at what it is. 3-1 as we head to the third. Middle part of the order due up for the Joes. Parker Lester, Cal Brazier, and Clay Badalak will come up when we come back. Joes Baseball live here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Top of the third here from the Panther Athletic Complex. Parker Lester leading off for the Joes to face off against Nick Falter. Lester 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. Joes leading 3-1 after Tegan Bork escaped a little bit of a jam that he pitched into. Walked 3, but only gave up 1 run. First pitch from Falter misses low for ball 1.
Number 11, Parker Lester.
1 ball and no strikes to Parker Lester. Trying to keep the average above 300. It's been back and forth around there past couple weeks. This one chopped slowly on the ground over to second. Coming in on it is Schneider. And the play over to first in time for out number 1. 2 pitches, 1 out for Nick Falter. Now bases empty for Cal Brazier.
Number 32.
First time Falter's been able to retire the leadoff man in his 3 innings of work.
Brazier jammed a single up the middle that scored 1 run in the first, almost scored 2, but Nick Wimmers was tagged out at home. Falter deals the first pitch. This one's lifted up and foul. Onto the right side.
Don't know if that was a gust or if that's more sustained winds, but that flag is blowing almost straight out now.
Yeah, it's kind of shifted a little more out there towards left field. 0-1, down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. But yeah, certainly blowing a lot harder now. One misses outside. 2 balls and a strike to Cal. And now the 2-1 offering. In this one off the end of the bat. Fouled off on the right side again. Brazier continuing to go the opposite way, just a little late on both. Two balls and 2 strikes. Wind blowing very hard now, kind of swirling a little bit, it seems. Seems to be changing direction all over the place. 2-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat. Fouled again right side. Into the woods it'll go.
Probably the most dangerous wind you can get as a fielder is something that swirls.
Absolutely.
Mixes balls around in the air.
into the 2-2 windup. This one hit off the end of the bat, out to deep right field, but Thaman will take a step or two back before making the catch for the second out.
Yeah, hard hit. Just, that one looks better in BP than it does in the game because it's right at the right fielder.
So now Clay Badalak will come up, hit that weird double over the head of William John in the second inning that just kind of fell and ran into the Joe's bullpen. First pitch misses down low. He then slid into second and caused a high throw, which he would advance to third on. 1-0 pitch into the outside corner for strike one. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Joe's leading 3-1. One misses upstairs and away for ball 2. Joe's currently out hitting the Steam 4-1. Steam did not have a hit in that bottom of the second, but were able to score a run. 2-1 pitch outside on the fastball. 3-1. Falter looking for his first 1-2-3 potentially. With Badalak ahead in the count. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss upstairs. And now right back up against the wall. Badalak facing a 3-2.
Maybe swung a ball 4 there.
Here's the payoff. This one hit up the left side. That's slicing down the line, and it will fall in fair territory. All the way over to the other side. Picked up by Barnes, fired in. It's a double for Clay Badalak. 2 identical hits to opposite sides of the field. Both hit up the line, barely fair, and then ending up right next to where the fence kind of slants out. And so this time, Badalak, the lefty, able to go the opposite way, and it's a 2-out double.
And great work using both parts of the field to the extremes.
So that'll bring up Sam Lowe. First pitch to Lowe on the way, and this one's lifted up right side, pushing towards the right side fence. John chasing after it. It's out of play. Both times Sam Lowe has come up to the plate, he has gotten a huge, I don't know what you want to call it, cheer or just yell from the Steam dugout.
These
no
two
idea.
teams are kind of close.
Yeah, no idea what that's about.
Very friendly, so probably nothing malicious, but funny regardless.
0-1 lifted up into right field. Going back is Thaman to the warning track. He makes the catch. For out number 3, Badalak stranded on second. 2 really hard hit balls in the inning for the Joes to right field, but both find the glove of Tommy Thaman rather routinely, and the Joes held off the scoreboard for the first time tonight. To the bottom of the third we go. 3-1 Joes lead. You're watching Joes Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. 2-3-4 due up for the Cincinnati Steam. Bottom of the third inning from the Panther Athletic Complex at Elder High School on the west side of Cincinnati.
Adam Schneider.
Adam Schneider coming up, his team trailing 3-1, taking Bork back on the mound for the Joes. Bit of a rocky inning in the second as he walked 3 and gave up a run, but still preserving that lead. First pitch, breaking ball, misses upstairs for ball 1. Adam Schneider popped out to Clay Badalak in the first inning. As the next pitch on the way, and it falls right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Schneider with 2 RBIs, but hitless against the Joes this season as that one runs in, and he's going to say it caught him on the shoulder. The umpire agrees.
That's one of the most perfect bat tosses I've seen in a little bit. That
He
one went right down the line.
Got hit and just stepped right over and tossed the bat perfectly. So another leadoff batter on. Another free bag as Max Freeze comes up to the plate.
31, Max.
Some young gravy on the walk-up.
Always has my head bobbing 100%.
First pitch from Bork. Slider misses down and away, and Freeze holds up for ball 1. Schneider with a step or 2 off of first base. Next pitch from Bork slides again down low for ball 2. Freeze 9 for 20. His last 5. Ahead in the count 2-0. Hit that double his last time up. This time he'll take the 2-0 pitch straight in the air. Super high foul territory. Ulrich tosses the cage aside and makes the catch in between home plate and the Joes dugout for the first out. A swing of frustration from Max Freeze after that one. He is put down for the first time. And now William John coming up to the plate.
Very hockey of you to yell cage.
51, William.
You want to talk about a perfect bat throw. It was a perfect cage throw
Yeah.
from Evan Ulrich. Tossed it like a Frisbee.
You get good at it after a while.
First pitch is up high for ball 1 to William John.
I remember when I was first learning how to catch, one of the dads said, "Throw it as far as you can, and we'll figure it out after."
Little wrist snap action on that one from Ulrich. 1-0 to John on the way. And this one taken up in the air behind home plate. It'll get out of play. Straight behind us.
There's a finesse, I guess, that comes with time. Start to develop the cooler ways to flip the mask.
Count 1-1 to John. Schneider with 2 steps off first base. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2-1 now. John with 1 batting glove on the bottom hand. Letting that left hand roam free. This one smoked down the line, but just foul as Cal Brazier leaned over on it but couldn't get to it. Lucky that one was just a tad foul up the line, as that would have fallen into the corner. Would have probably been at least 2. But instead the count is 2-2. Pitch from Bork. Slider, swing and a miss in the dirt. Strike 3. Second recorded by Tegan Bork. And a big second out for him. That'll bring up Corey Klingenbeck, who scored the only Steam run in this game. Walked in the last inning to lead things off.
27, Corey Klingenbeck.
Runner still on first, 2 down. 3-1 our score in the bottom of the third inning. Joe's got 8-9-1 due up in the top of the fourth. Corey Klingenbeck watches the first pitch slide onto the outside corner for strike 1. Good pitch there from Bork. Klingenbeck almost played for the Joes this season, but instead flipped over to the Steam. Big jump over there at first from Schneider, but now he retreats. Bork gives in the 0-1. This one's hit up and out of play on the left side.
Yeah, almost a coin flip probably with a lot of these guys in the area, which one you're going to play for. Both teams are close in the Cincinnati area, probably just whoever you're closer to.
Absolutely. Joe's kind of control more of the Hamilton, obviously, and Liberty Township territories, whereas Cincinnati gets a lot of guys actually here from Elder High School. 0-2 hit on the ground on the right side. It's going to be a tough play for Sam Lowe's. Comes over on it. Throw over to first is wide to Cal Brazier. Would have been in time. It'll advance the runner to third, and now there's nobody covering home, but Parker Lester races in to do that. Klingenbeck will not try to move over to second on that one, so he will reach. It'll move Schneider over to third. It's going to be a single, and then there will be an error on the play as the throw advanced Schneider over to third. So an E4, but that is not what will be recorded on Corey Klingenbeck, but instead it will be the reason for Adam Schneider advancing. So now they're on the corners with 2 outs for Josh Hegeman. First pitch, breaking ball, just up high, ball 1. Hegeman just kind of pushed one the opposite way, a little high in the air, floated it out to left center, and Clay Badalak made a great catch over the shoulder from short. This time he rips it right side, and that's down and right for a base hit. 1 run comes in to score. Klingenbeck with a long round around second, able to kick the legs back and get back over, but that makes it a 1-run game as it's now 3-2. Back-to-back singles for the Steam up the right side.
Yeah, that error just being a little bit more unfortunate than you would like to see. Obviously, like Sam Lowe to make a clean throw, but that's a tough play to his left, and just did not go the way of the Joes.
So if this was to hold, then Tegan Bork would have 2 runs with neither earned. The first pitch finds the inside corner for strike 1 to Luke Hammond. Both runs are not earned so far that Bork has given up. 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Hammond up to the plate. First and second, 2 outs, facing an 0-1 count. Bork pitching from the stretch. Another slider, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Back-to-back pitches on the inside. And Hammond goes after that one after the first one was called strike. Can't connect, though. Struck out looking, was rung up in the last inning his first time up. 0-2, bounces in. Ulrich had it scored between the legs. Now going to have a close play at third, but the throw offline. Lester able to corral it in foul territory, but a awkward slide by Corey Klingenbeck leaves the base in between his legs. Is Parker Lester going to help him up?
Yeah, that one, I think Ulrich probably makes a better play if he knows where the umpire is. Kind of grabbed it, spun around to make the throw, and almost took the umpire's head off with it.
Swing and a miss. It won't matter on the 1-2. Runner stranded on third, and the Joes able to retain the lead despite one more run coming in here in the bottom of the third. To the fourth we go. Joes leading 3-2. You're watching Joes Baseball on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Joe's leading 3-2 here in the top of the fourth inning. Jumped out to a 3-0 lead, but the Steam with 1 run in the second and 1 in the third to cut it down. Joe's looking to re-extend. 8-9-1 due up. Casey Fink will lead off. Fink hit a single in the second inning, his last time up. On deck for the Joes, Andrew Patrick and Grant Miller back to the top of the order, also due up. First pitch from Falter, reached for, poked left side. That's going to get on top of the batting cage, out of play. Fink, Patrick, and Miller are 3 for 3 combined with a hit by pitch in addition against Falter so far.
It's a good part of the order for the Joes.
0-1. Zipped into the outside corner for strike 2. Now the 0-2 pitch, a pause and a delivery. This one again reached for and hit up the left side foul. Only 2 more games across the Summer Collegiate League Great Lakes this evening. 7:05 start between Licking County and Southern Ohio, and in the north, Royal Oak taking on Jetbox from Memorial Park Field. 0-2 pitch to Fink. Onto the inside corner, called strike 3. Fink knew it right away as he was returning to the dugout before that call was even made. Fastball on the inside corner, third strikeout for Nick Falter. Andrew Patrick up to the plate. Base is empty, 1 out. Patrick hit a double his last time up as the first pitch misses low for ball 1. And then he was retired after he got caught in a rundown after Nick Wimmers hit one back to the pitcher. Got caught between third and home, was tagged out. Big cut and a miss there on the 1-0, even the count at 1-1. But Patrick hitting that double, that's kind of what we expect from him.
Yeah.
He hits the ball really, really hard. As the 1-1 hit on the ground over to short, Lopez not having to move much on it. Couple hops over to first for out number 2.
Good transition from Lopez over there at short. Really took an awkward hop off of the grass. If there's probably a novice over there at shortstop, that ball's into the left field.
So Grant Miller coming up to the plate. He's 1 for 1, was hit by a pitch his last time up. Made it over to third base on the rundown, but then was stranded there. First pitch from Falter. Down low, bouncing for ball 1. Grant Miller giving a little stretch. Was pinch hit for a few games ago against Southern Ohio, as he hits this one off the end of the bat foul. So he's only had 1 game in his last 3 across both the All-Star and regular games where he's been able to complete the entire thing, and that was an 0 for 4 performance against the Grand Lake Mariners a couple nights ago. Base is empty, 2 outs. Bunt is squared and now pulled back on the pitch down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to Miller.
Yeah, William John was not moving much on that bunt attempt. You bunt that up the first base line. Grant Miller's there easily.
Miller having a conversation with the umpire and possibly Corey Klingenbeck. We've seen that if he's having an uneventful at-bat, he kind of just squares instinctively. This time he's going to foul it off himself, immediately crumples to the ground. That'll make the count 2-2. Kind of got twisted up on that swing, may have fouled it off the back of his leg. So Nick Wimmer's going to come over to tend to him from the on-deck circle.
Yeah, those will just sting. Should be okay. That ankle is kind of a weird spot on the body. You know, if you hit one part wrong, then maybe your whole ankle shatters.
Miller clapping the hands. Looks like he's okay. He'll have to face another 2-2. Umpire having an extended conversation with Nick Wimmers and Grant Miller after that whole sequence. Count is still 2-2 with the bases empty and 2 down. The wind and pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, down in the dirt. Miller down for the first time tonight. And that concludes the top of the fourth. First 1-2-3 for Nick Falter as he looks to keep his team in this game. 3-2 to the bottom of the fourth. We go here from the Panther Athletic Complex. Harrison Barnes will lead off for this team when we come back. Stay with us. More with Joe's Baseball on the way. New pitcher on the mound for the Joes making his debut, Jacob Hughes, in relief of Tegan Bork, who went 3 innings, bottom of the fourth year from the Panther Athletic Complex. Harrison Barnes, the lefty, the first man to face off against Hughes this season. First pitch from Hughes, misses inside. Barnes will stick his arms out of the way for ball 1. Jacob Hughes out of the University of Indianapolis. Winding and dealing the 0-1. That time it'll miss up high for ball 2. Tegan Bork goes 3 innings, gives up 2 runs, 1 earned, walked 3 and struck out 2. 2-0 pitch comes in and hits Barnes on the shoulder. That one was snapped in. Couple that were close on that one, and the latter hits Harrison Barnes. Not an ideal start to the debut for Jacob Hughes.
Not what you like to see at all. We'll see him pitch a little adversity here to start things off.
So the leadoff man on as Gabe Lopez comes in. Boar's pitch finds the outside for strike 1. Runner on first, nobody out. Next pitch fired into Lopez up high for ball 1. Jacob Hughes, academic all-conference at Division II powerhouse University of Indianapolis. Sophomore out of Englewood, Ohio. Breaking ball on the 1-1, up high for ball 2. Product of Northmont High School. .6'2", 208 pounds out there on the mound. Deals into 2-1. framed on the outside, but just missing for ball 3.
Good spot to miss for sure.
3.
Something on the outside, getting a roll over maybe.
Here's the pitch. This one's lifted up straight away in the middle of the infield. Now back into the outfield. Coming in on it from center is Miller. He'll make the catch, calling off Badalak for out number 1.
Looks like the ankle feels fine out there for Grant.
Absolutely. Maybe a bit of an ill-advised swing there from Gabe Lopez, who was probably chopping at ball 4 down low. Instead, he will fly out, and that'll record the first out.
Tommy Thaman.
Back to the top of the order we go. Tommy Thaman comes to the plate for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2.
Interesting, we haven't seen our first double play tonight as the Steam hitting the 3 last time we were here.
First pitch into Thaman inside for ball 1. 25 and a third innings this year for Jacob Hughes at UIndy. His high, he went 5 innings a couple of times against Quincy and Truman. He will check on over to first. Mostly in a relief role this year for the Greyhounds. 1-0 pitch to Thaman on the outside corner for strike 1.
Pretty big spot for him to put in here with the Joes just up by 1. Need him to kind of bridge the gap, get to the middle to late relievers.
1-1 pitch now sent in. It'll miss up high for ball 2. Good Division II representation here. You got Harrison Barnes, Division II player on first. Tommy Thaman at the plate. Evan Ulrich behind the plate. And out there on the mound, Jacob Hughes. 2-1 count. Pitch is inside to Thaman. 3-1 now. Hughes looking to build his arm up for a big season, potentially trying to move into a starting role at UIndy. Went 21 and 31 this year. Pitch on the way, ball 4. High and in. So Hughes a little bit wild here in his first inning.
Yeah, maybe just a little rust. I'm not sure if he was throwing for anybody before he came in through for us, or if he was just kind of working on his own. But it's a little different when you get into game situations and you start to get runners on to pitch out of the stretch. First time we see him in a pressure situation.
So now Adam Schneider comes up to the plate. He was hit his last time up. And the first pitch is up high from Hughes. First and second, 1 out. 1-0 pitch is down and in for ball 2. Hughes cannot find the zone right now, and now Evan Ulrich's going to go and give him a chat.
Couple of common words, just, you know, let him take a breath. It's starting to get a lonely spot out there on the mound, especially when you can't find the zone.
Little fist bump as he heads back to behind the plate. Evan Ulrich. The backstop tonight for the Joes.
Both the backstop for the Joes. Guys you'd like to have go out and calm down your pitchers. Very calming presence.
Ulrich Wimmers today in the DH spot. 2-0 count to Adam Schneider. Here's the pitch. Right there, strike 1.
There it is.
Nice fastball there from Hughes. Gets him back where he wants to be. 2-1 pitch, snapped in, sprayed up the left side, foul. It's off the side of the batting cage. And now Hughes with 2 strikes on Schneider. Hughes battles back from the stretch. 2-2. Pitch up and away. Count is full. 3-2 pitch coming up. Hughes looks back at second and now home. The 3-2 up high for ball 4. And the bases are loaded here with 1 out. Steam with a big chance to get back into this game, and now Tyler Thaman out of the Joe's dugout to meet at the mound. There's a pitcher that is warming up in the Joe's bullpen now.
Yeah, just get in the just calm down just a little bit and just find the zone. The last thing you want to do is walk guys and give up free bases. I think if you're Tyler Thaman here, you're just out there telling them, hey, find the zone. If they hit it hard, they hit it hard. Got a great defense behind you, and the Joe's defense, especially the infield, very, very good defensively. So just kind of give them a chance to play.
The batter will be Max Freeze, who's 1 for 2, hit a double really hard out to left field and then popped out to the catcher.
Number 31, Max.
Freeze coming up in a big spot, maybe a turning point in this game. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Steam trailing 3-2. First pitch from Hughes, lined right side, or left side rather. It's caught and over to third.
There it is. Exactly
Caught
what
off
you
the
need.
base. Harrison Barnes is put down. It is a 6-5 double play to end the inning. Joes get out of the jam. Jacob Hughes puts up a 0 in his first inning as a Joe. And in comeback fashion, you could say, Hamilton able to retain the lead as it's 3-2 heading into the 5th. Joes will look for more. The offense has gone cold as of late. We'll maybe able to come back. Stay with us. More Joes baseball on the way here from Elder in just a bit. Nick Folter retaking the mound. His team was threatening. He gave him a chance, but they couldn't finish in the last inning. Top of the 5th here from Elder High School. Nick Wimmers up to the plate. 70 pitches for Nick Folter coming into this 5th. 3-2 our score. Joe's on top. First pitch to Wimmers, hit up the left side in the air. Foul onto the top of the dugout. Here in the top of the 5th, last time Wimmers was up, he grounded into a fielder's choice. That would eventually put out Andrew Patrick at home. Next pitch, dives below the bat, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Falter's definitely figured it out in the last 2 innings.
Absolutely. Gave up the weird double to Clay Badalak that wasn't necessarily hit very hard. Other than that, 6 for 6 retiring batters. 0-2 up high. Count 1-2. Wimmers continuing to hit from the lefty box. 1-2 pitch on the way. This one jammed up the left side, but foul. Skips past Tyler Thaman, coaching third.
I believe he just got booed by by the Joe's guys in the dugout.
Booing the coach. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nick Wimmers. Here's the pitch. This one chopped. 2-hopper over to Lopez, who snags it, Fires a seed over to first in time. Barely beat out Nick Wimmers as he had to wait on that ball, but got him for out number 1.
Wimmers got ready to boot scoop. Boogie was booking up that line. Made that a lot closer than I thought he was going to originally.
Absolutely. Evan Ulrich will come up now. The catcher is 0 for 2. Bases empty, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. That's now 5 batters in a row retired by Nick Falter. First pitch to Ulrich, chopped on the ground once again to short. This time Lopez going to have to charge in. Picks barehand off the turf.
Goodness.
On to first for the out.
Have an inning.
Back-to-back 6 threes, but put a star by that one. Lopez charges in onto the infield with the barehand grab and cannon over to first for the second out. Gabe Lopez having a day over there at short. Parker Lester comes up now. Bases still empty, 2 outs.
All you got to do is not ground out to Gabe Lopez here.
First pitch onto the outside half for strike 1. And Nick Falter definitely looking a lot more comfortable when your defense playing behind you like that. Definitely a reason to. 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, there's a new groove, a new sort of mojo that we've seen him with on the mound his last 2 innings.
Yeah, it wasn't super uncomfortable, you could say, but just a little bit back and forth, a little shaky through the first couple. He's really found his groove. 0-2, misses way high and away.
It was just his misses were a little too far over the plate and allowing a lot of these bats to kind of find some gaps.
Yeah, the Joes barreled him up in the first couple innings, but he's really found his stuff. 1-2 to Lester. Another breaking ball outside. So the Joes' bats have gone cold. They got 1 in the first, 2 in the second. But since then, 2 zeros hung by Nick Falter, looking for a third. And his second straight 1-2-3. 2-2 to Lester, way inside. Lester having to jump out of the way. That one skipped up and may have actually hit the umpire.
That almost got everybody. It almost got Parker.
Yeah, almost hit Lester, then almost hit Klingenbeck, then almost hit the umpire behind the plate. I think the umpire was the only one who caught the brunt of it.
Yeah.
But it got him off the skip, and he looks to be just fine. So now the count is full to Parker Lester, looking to deny Nick Falter another 1-2-3. Here's the 3-2. The pitch. This one lifted up into the shallow outfield on the left side. Barnes coming over towards the line. He reaches up and makes the catch for out number 3. 7 up, 7 down as of late for Nick Falter, who's really found a groove. Another 0 on the scoreboard for the Joes. Our score stays at 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Striding back out, Jacob Hughes going to retake the mound, looking for a cleaner inning than last time. We'll see what happens when we come back. More Joes baseball is on deck here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Luke Westpoli, Blake Griffin alongside here for the bottom of the 5th from the Panther Athletic Complex. Steam were knocking on the door in the 4th, but held off the scoreboard after an unorthodox 6-5 double play ended the inning when they had the bases loaded, 1 out. Back on the mound is Jacob Hughes pitching to William John. First pitch lifted up and didn't quite get over the netting, but caught the top of it. Foul ball, strike 1.
And just to return to the strike zone for Hughes is all we're looking for here. The break kind of knocked the nerves off last inning, and we'll see if he's kind of settles into a rhythm here in the 5th.
The 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, check swing, and they're going to say John went around for strike 2. Beautiful pitch there with all kinds of movement from Hughes. Shoulders to ankles, the break on that one. John down 0-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Off-speed offering in the dirt, and John goes chasing.
Evan Ulrich fielded that ball and just kind of tapped him on the shoulder with the ball.
John got spun up on that swing. He didn't really have a chance to run on it.
Number 27, Corey Klingenbeck.
Now the best bat in the lineup so far for the Cincinnati Steam will come up. Corey Klingenbeck with the bases empty and 1 out. Klingenbeck is 1 for 1. He's made it to at least third base on both his trips to the base paths. Walked and scored in the second, and then singled in the third. First pitch fired over Broadway from Hughes for strike 1.
Nerves are gone now.
Absolutely. Hughes definitely with a little more swagger out there on the bump. Pitching from the stretch with nobody on. Here comes the 0-1. On to the outside corner, another fastball for strike 2. Nothing in 2 to Corey. Time is called rather quickly as Klingenbeck showing some discomfort in that hand. May have had something go on with him. He'll shake it off and dig back in. Hughes looking for a second straight strikeout. 0-2. Breaking ball just missed down low.
That was
wow.
beautiful.
That was a wonderful 0-2 pitch from Jacob Hughes. And Klingenbeck gave every possible thought he could to that one before he decided to hold up. 1-2 offering now. Foul to the backstop. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Corey Klingenbeck, future UC Bearcat. One of many local guys. Played here in high school at Elder.
Yeah, went to, I believe, Tennessee for community
Walters
college.
State Community College. Very strong JUCO program.
Very familiar with that college after last year.
1-2 breaking ball. Just missing atop the zone. 2-2.
A lot of Walters commits in last year's league that I called last year, the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Walters State, a very good program to produce talent. 2-2 in the dirt. A small check swing that'll draw an appeal over to first, but nothing doing for Klingenbeck. He held up. And just like that, he's worked the count full.
Yeah, Hughes has thrown everything but the kitchen sink at him in this at-bat.
This has been a battle as Hughes has done a good job on the mound, but Klingenbeck is doing everything he can. 3-2 pitch. Outside ball 4. Klingenbeck with a bit of a check, but held up. And another great at-bat from him. Puts him on base for the 3rd time tonight. 1 out walk will bring up Josh Hegeman.
You can't talk about how good of an at-bat that was to work yourself back with pitch after pitch that was not far off the plate by any means.
Good eyes from Corey Klingenbeck. First pitch to Hegeman, swing and a miss, strike 1.
But back to business.
On the bottom part of the zone. Yeah, with 2 strikes, he was kind of getting close around the zone, just couldn't quite rein it in. So now the 0-1 misses high and away. 1-1. Maybe a little less pressure to pitch around the zone now earlier in an at-bat. Hegeman is 1 for 2. Hit a single his last time up. 1-1, fired over the plate, swing and a miss. One ball and 2 strikes. Hughes with a nod and another. The 1-2 pitch up high for ball 2. We've seen Hughes throw that a couple of times on 2 strike counts already, but yet to get a chase. Now the 2-2 offering. Here it comes, and it's up high as well. That time just missing his spot, and the count full once again. Klingenbeck extending the lead a little bit off first. Payoff pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is in time. Strike him out, throw him out, clears the bases, and Jacob Hughes faces the minimum here in the 5th. To inning number 6 we go, and in just the weirdest ways possible, Jacob Hughes is finding a way with the Joes continuing to lead 3-2. They'll try to extend on that when we come back in just a moment. Stay with us. More Joes baseball from the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Joe's 3, Steam 2, top of the 6th inning from Elder High School, the Panther Athletic Complex.
Bless you.
Thank you, Blake. Cal Brazier, the leadoff man for the Joes. He's 1 for 2 today with a single that came back in the 1st inning. Hit one pretty hard his last time out. It was caught by Tommy Thaman in right field.
A couple of hard hit balls by Cal Brazier.
Nick Falter is making just his 2nd start. We'll deal this one in, lift it up high in the air, right side, pushing towards the Joes bullpen. It's going to get there out of play. Falter, this is the deepest he's gone all season. Just 14 2/3 innings pitched through 5 games played. 4 bullpen appearances, 1 start coming into today.
It's about that time where you start to see people lengthen those starts as they get ready for the fall season.
0-1 bounces in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sun has peeked out of the clouds, as certainly a lot brighter here now than it was through the first few innings. 1-1 to Brazier on the way. Swing and a miss on the high cheese. A little above the zone.
Wind blowing out a little bit more than we've seen.
Another 1-2. Called strike 3. The fastball froze him. Cal Brazier down on strikes. And that's the 5th strikeout for Nick Falter, continuing that groove here in the 6th.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been the bats growing cold, or Nick Falter just putting balls in better positions and getting more soft contact.
First pitch to Clay Badalak over the outside half for strike one. Badalak is 2 for 2 today with a pair of doubles that were both just shot up there on each line. Squares to bunt and now pulls back, immediately turning around as that one finds the zone for strike two. Frustrated with himself on that one as he falls down in the count. He'll call time here. Nothing in two. Pitch to Badalak on the way. Check swing as the pitch was up high. Appeal over to first. And they'll say that he held up. That's a almost comical point from Corey Klingenbeck to the non-existent third base umpire, who would normally have that call if we were in a four-man crew. 1-2 to Badalak off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two is fouled off into the left side off the top of the Steam dugout. Count remains the same. Decent crowd on hand here to witness some baseball on a Wednesday evening. First game out of the All-Star break, Joe's and Steam. 3-2 our score with 1 out, bases empty in the top of the 6th. Joe's on top. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss in the dirt. Klingenbeck will wave the man off as it requires a throw. He'll fire over to first. Back-to-back strikeouts in the inning now for Nick Falter, 2 down.
He's just chasing a bit more from these bats. It seems like the at-bats just have kind of taken a step back and kind of gone into coast mode a little bit.
Sam Lowe standing in. First pitch to him. Inside for ball 1. Lowe will watch it go by. He's looking for his first hit. A pop out and a fly out for him that came in the second and third innings. It's now the 1-0 pitch on the way. And it misses down low for ball 2. Seven more games after this one for the Joes, as 3 on, 2 off is kind of going to be the setup as we head down the stretch. 2-0 pitch in there on the inside corner for strike 1. And now the 2-1 offering on the way, grounded over to the left side of the infield, diving, that one gets through as it got past Hammond at third. Lopez, who was backing him up, may have been taken off guard as that one just trickled into left field. I don't know if Hammond got a hand on it when he dove for it, but nonetheless just kind of screened Lopez. He couldn't really see it. It's going to be scored as a base hit for Sam Lowe.
It's a tough spot regardless. If Lopez is to field that and he makes that play, then he's probably has one of his best defensive days maybe of his entire career.
Already seen him make a couple nice ones, but that one nearly impossible. Bunt is squared and now pulled back. That one finds the zone on Casey Fink for strike 1. 2 outs, runner on first. That is Sam Lowe here in the top of the 6th. After a single that trickled into the shallow outfield. Going to pick off over to first, but Lowe back without a tag. Steam have gotten base runners in every single inning so far. First time we saw only 3 come to the plate, though, in the bottom of the 5th. So the next pitch misses outside to Fink on the count 1-1. Saw strike him out, throw him out to end the inning as Hegeman was down swinging and Klingenbeck was put down by Ulrich behind the plate. 1-1 pitch to Fink. Misses the outside half on the fastball. So now Fink ahead in the count 2-1. Joe's looking for some 2-out hitting here. Got some in the first from the bat of Cal Brazier. That's how they scored their first run. Two-one pitch off the outside half. 3 balls and a strike now.
If my math is correct, that was pitch number 100.
So into triple digits for Nick Falter. Farthest he's gone all season. member of the Denison Big Red. 3-1 to Fink. Off the plate, ball 4. So Fink, after giving up a first pitch strike, is able to draw 4 straight balls. That'll put him on first and second as Andrew Patrick comes to the plate. And for the Joes slugger, a good spot for him to be in with 2 outs.
Lefty arm out in the bullpen. I think this is going to be it.
Alex Dickey out of the steam dugout to meet with the infield. He did make a point over to the bullpen, and that is indeed going to be the end of the road for Nick Falter. Really found his groove, especially later in this one. A solid day for the steam starter, but he will exit the game after 5 2/3 innings of work, responsible for the runners on at first and second base. Andrew Patrick is the new batter. We got a new pitcher on the mound. When we come back, we'll let you know who it is. Stay with us. Out of Miami Hamilton, lefty going to come in to face Andrew Patrick. First and second, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Joe's looking to add on to a 1-run lead right now, currently standing at 3-2. Lefty on righty matchup. The southpaw Stoltz steals the first pitch in. Swing and a miss from Patrick on the curveball for strike 1.
Yeah, Patrick deals with the lefty arm after doubling off the right-handed arm of Nick Falter.
Patrick is 1 for 2. Grounded out to short in the 4th, in addition to his double. 0-1, breaking ball up high for 1 ball and 1 strike.
We've talked about the Harriers who always tend to shove it against the Hamilton Joes.
Got to impress the hometown fans. 1 ball and 1 strike to Patrick. Stoltz with a couple looks at second. Now he deals. Breaking ball off the outside half. 2-1 now. Joe's with two out base runners after a pair of strikeouts to start the 6th from Nick Falter. 2-1 to Patrick. This one driven out into left center field. This one is going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home, doing so safely. Sam Lowe. Fink will stay over at second, but it's a high for Andrew Patrick as he adds on to what has been a great day for him. And the Joes now with an insurance run And just feels like in a game like this, that's a big one to make it 4-2.
Yeah, absolutely huge. That ball looked a lot harder off the bat. I think we all thought that, but still just good contact from AP. It's just good to see him finally find some barrels and find some gaps.
Back to the top of the order, Grant Miller will look to get back to where he started after striking out in the fourth. He was 1 for 1 with a single and a hit by pitch. First pitch breaking ball finishes way up high for ball 1. Stoltz a breaking ball type of pitcher. First time he went fastball in that last at bat.
Paid the
That
price,
ball
yeah.
got crushed by Andrew Patrick. 1-0. Another breaking ball up high. Back pick to first. Throw is high, and it's into right field. And getting the wave around third is Fink. This throw is going to come wide of the plate, and Fink's going to score. Good heads-up play by Tyler Thaman at third, who was coaching third, to wave Fink, as Thaman got a bit of a late start in right field to back that ball up on the back pick. Andrew Patrick moves over to second, but the Joes add on one more as Casey Fink scores on the error by Corey Klingenbeck, and it's now 5-2 Joes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was gonna be hung out to dry with how good Thaman's arms out there in right field.
I think he definitely caught Thaman off guard. Looked over at third, and he caught me off guard when I saw Tyler Thaman giving the wave signal. Next pitch on the way, and this one's grounded up the middle. 2-hop to Lopez, and it squirts through his glove. Into left field, Patrick rounding third. He will score easily, and he's waving the arm around as the Joes continuing to roll, capitalizing on a couple mistakes here from the Steam in the sixth.
Yeah, we've just been singing Lopez's praises the entire day, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Lopez just kind of lets one go through the middle of his legs.
So that ball was hit really hard by Grant Miller, but it looked like Lopez was going to be there and just didn't quite get his glove flush with the ground. That ball squirted underneath it. And that'll bring up Nick Wimmers with a runner on first and 2 outs. 2-out hitting continuing to produce for the Joes. First pitch into Wimmers, catches the top of the zone for strike 1. Nick going to bat from the righty box for the first time today after going 0 for 2, batting left-handed. 0-1 to him. This one hit out into left center, and that's down for at least another one. It's going to be cut off in center. Miller will stop at second. But it's a base hit from Nick Wimmers, and the party continuing here for the Joes.
Yeah, maybe a bit of revenge after how well Stoltz shoved it last time we saw him. But Wimmers continuing his good season so far. Had himself into the All-Star game yesterday and picking up right where he left off.
So now, first and second with 2 outs. Again, this time the batter is Evan Ulrich. Runners go. First pitch is down low. The throw to second's a good one, and Wimmers is hung out to dry. In all kinds of time, the tag is applied. Wimmers is cut down, and finally a disastrous inning for the Steam will come to an end. But some big insurance runs for the Joes. Little more comfortability now as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Jacob Hughes has got some runs to work with. We'll see how he deals with it when we come back. Joes with their largest lead of the night as we move to the bottom of the 6th. Jacob Hughes back on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Had some good defensive play behind him, and finally, in the top of the 6th, the Joes able to feed off some of that momentum with some base runners, 5 straight that all came with 2 outs. The Joes would score 3 runs and make it a 6-2 ball game. Luke Hammond, the leadoff hitter for Cincinnati. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First pitch breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch to him. And a sword, check swing up high, but going around there is Hammond to move the count 1-1. Hughes gradually looking like he's less and less nervous as this has gone on. 2 strikeouts in the last inning for him. 1-1, pumped over the plate for strike 2.
Yeah, there it is.
Not sure on exactly what his velocity is because we're not at home, but maybe it's just his release. His fastball looks like it's got
jumps,
quite a
yeah.
bit. 2-strike pitch, hit up the middle. Badalak coming over on it, and it gets through him. And now rounding first very hard, but retreating back is Hammond. He will be 0 for 3 on the day, but will reach on an E6.
Back-to-back E6s on both sides of the card. Lopez with an E6 right through his legs. Badalak the same. Lopez probably not having to move as much as Badalak did, but both errors that are plays that you want to see, you have to see made.
Harrison Barnes with a runner on first. First pitch in the inside corner for strike 1 on the fastball. 2 plate appearances, a walk and a hit by pitch. Both times made it to third. First time there he was stranded. Second time he was put out on a double play. Lifts the 0-1 up, out of play. A golf swing and some slice on it. Takes it out the left side into the road.
Looking like my driver.
0-2 to Barnes. The pitch up high, and Barnes not going to bite. And yeah, Barnes, it was very interesting how he was put out last time as he came way off third base on a hard hit line ball, but then was hung out. This time he'll jam one, third base side in foul territory. Going back is Parker Lester, and he makes the catch. A catch that was definitely a tougher play than maybe it seemed off the bat, as he had to catch that one kind of up over his head and behind him. But he will make the play in foul territory to record the first out. Seemed like every ball that's been put in play off of Jacob Hughes has not been routine.
Yeah.
As now the first pitch delivered to Gabe Lopez up high. Lopez not even flinching. That was mere inches away from his head, and he didn't even move. Lopez grounds this one on the left side, skips up, almost backhanded, but trickling to the ground off the glove of Badalak. It's going to be a single as it came deep into the 5-6 hole. Badalak came across to back up Parker Lester, who missed it, and then it skipped up on him, and he almost fielded it on the backhand, but instead just kind of knocked it down to maybe prevent the runners from advancing. But it will put runners on first and second. Lopez with his first hit of the day. First hit against the Joes this season. And back to the top of the order, Tommy Thaman will look to put something across for the Steam. First and second, one out. Righty on lefty. First pitch to him, breaks into the dirt. And now maybe a chance at first, getting off the base. Back pick is not in time, as that one got away from Evan Ulrich to his left, but just was eyeing Luke Hammond over there at second, making sure he didn't move a muscle. But unaware of that was Gabe Lopez, who was on first, thought maybe they were both going to try to go, so he came about halfway down the line before realizing he had to retreat. The throw from Ulrich, though, was a little bit low. 1-0 count now, up high to Thaman. That'll miss for ball 2.
Yeah, being the trail runner there in that circumstance is probably one of the hardest positions to be in, because you have to look forward, but you also can't take your eye off the ball, so you're shifting.
Got to have your eyes in two places at once. 2-0 high. Thaman moves the arms out of the way.
Those chameleon eyes that can go different directions.
Different directions, exactly. 3-0 to Tommy Thaman. First and second, one out. The pitch is called strike one. Thaman kind of made a half move toward first, but think that he knew that one caught the top part of the zone. Count is 3-1. Big pitch coming up here for Jacob Hughes. The pitch off the outside corner, ball 4. So Hughes, that's been his struggle, so to speak, in his first couple innings. Now the bases are loaded with one out for Adam Schneider.
Tie and run.
He is the tying run at the plate. Schneider is 0 for 1, but a walk and a hit by pitch. First pitch to him, misses high and in for ball 1. Joe's pitchers have given up quite a bit of walks and hit by pitches, considering that they've only held the steam to 2 runs.
Defense has picked them up for sure.
1-0. Up high and away for ball 2. Nowhere to put Adam Schneider. Really got to find the zone here. There's a pitcher out there in the Joe's bullpen. Someone is pitching to Zach Breeden, but I believe it's the other guy who's maybe starting to warm up. 2-0, there it is on the top of the zone. It catches it for strike 1. Another lefty to face off against the right-hand thrower, Jacob Hughes. 2-1 pitch. This one popped up, shallow outfield coming in. That one's going to get down in the triangle. 2 runs are going to score, I believe, or rather just 1, as I saw Max Friese coming across. But
got me too.
it will be a bloop RBI single as Hammond comes in. Adam Schneider on base now for the 3rd straight time.
First hit against the Joes.
First hit against the Joes this season for Adam Schneider, who's really struggled against the crosstown rival. Max Friese up to the plate with the bases still loaded and 1 out. Now a 6-3 ball game. Tying run aboard for the Steam.
Still nothing hard hit against Hughes.
First pitch, breaking ball in the dirt.
Maybe the hardest hit against Hughes so far is Friese, who lined out in the 4th.
Big swing and a miss on the pitch up high that time. Friese has hit the ball hard twice and hit the ball softly once as he popped out to Evan Ulrich. But yeah, that last one lined out really hard to Clay Badalak at short. That was eventually turned into a double play. 1-1, fastball inside, just off the plate.
Well, define hard. Hit it high.
Did hit it high.
You know, you never know. We got no exit velo here, I suppose.
2-1, here's the pitch. Inside, and Friese just missed that one by a couple inches. Now ball 3, and nowhere to put Max Friese. Jacob Hughes at risk of putting another one in and putting the tying run in scoring position. Needs to find the zone here. 3-1 pitch, high for ball 4. And now it's 6-4. Lopez comes in to score. Joe's coach Tyler Thaman a couple steps out of the dugout. Looks like he's debating about coming to the mound, and with the Joe's infield heading there, he's going to come out. Thaman to 3rd, Schneider to 2nd, Friese to 1st. Second walk of the inning for Jacob Hughes. And he will come out of the game. So bases loaded, still 1 out, and now a 2-run ball game. We're going to see a new pitcher on the mound for the Joes in a big spot. Talked about turning points. This definitely is one with a new man coming on the mound. We'll be back with more from the bottom of the 6th in just a moment. Chase Hopewell taking the mound here for the Joes with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. When the time comes, you call on your best arm that's available. Chase pitched 1 inning yesterday, only 8 pitches for him in the All-Star game, and he's going to come in a big spot. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Joe's leading 6-4, but already 2 runs across for the Steam. The batter will be William John, who's 0 for 3.
Yeah, I said it all year. You know, you throw your best arm in the highest leverage situation, save or no save. You use your best arm, and that's Chase.
Number 51, William John.
Chase Hopewell 3rd in the GLSCL in strikeouts with 35, and that's exactly what you could use here. Nowhere to put William John.
With only just 2 starts, and most of his appearances are out of the bullpen.
1 out for the righty. He's going to pitch from the stretch. Lefty William John facing off against him. Hopewell is set. Here's the pitch. This one hit foul.
It's exactly what you have to do if you're William John. Just come out and hunt the fastball.
Hopewell is a guy who is very used to coming into situations like this and seems to really thrive out of the bullpen. 0-1 breaking ball finds the outside corner for strike 2. So the 0-2 to John here. Hopewell eyeing in on Ulrich behind the plate. He'll step off and now adjust the jersey to get back on. The count is 0-2 to William John. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove of Ulrich. It's the 3rd strikeout, a sombrero for William John, and an all-important 2nd out recorded by Chase Hopewell to bring up Corey Klingenbeck.
Exactly the way you call on him to throw. It's exactly what you see on the menu. You're going to get a big punch out here, and you're going to get an opportunity to get out of the inning clean.
When you think of Chase Hopewell, you think of strikeouts, and with the bases loaded and 1 out, that's what you're looking to record on the next batter. Chase Hopewell not out of the woods yet, but part 1 of the job is done.
Well, with hair like that, you don't expect him to throw any soft at all.
First pitch to Klingenbeck off the inside part of the plate for ball 1. Klingenbeck has reached base 3 times, 2 walks and a single for him. He was cut down on the base paths his last time out, trying to head to second. 1-0 pitch to him. Sent high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Ulrich set up on the outside half of the plate after the first pitch ran in on Klingenbeck. These 2 going to be teammates next year at the University of Cincinnati, Klingenbeck and Hopewell. 2-0 breaking ball, fouled off on the left side.
So probably the first of a lot of at-bats that they'll have against each other in the fall, with Hopewell probably having to come in some inter squads and that kind of thing. It started early here in the summer.
2-1, the count to Klingenbeck. Hopewell kicks and deals. That bounces in. Ball 3 now.
Well, that has been Klingenbeck's bread and butter. 2 walks today, and he's shown the incredible discipline at the plate not to swing at anything that's even just a touch off the plate.
He's got the great plate vision developed by being a catcher. 3-1 pitch, and it's low for ball 4. So a run comes in as all 3 that the Joes scored on the top of the 6th have now been erased. 6-5 our score. Tommy Thaman comes in to score. Klingenbeck walks for the 3rd time. Steam have batted around. Josh Hegeman up to the plate.
Number 6, Josh Hageman.
Hegeman is 1 for 3. First pitch to him is down low for ball 1. That single came in the middle at bat for him. Struck out in the last inning to end the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 pitch from Hopewell, and it'll miss low for ball 2. 2-0 count now. Hopewell continuing to just spike a little bit as he's missed low on the past few pitches now, dating back to his at-bat with Corey Klingenbeck. Big 2-0, and that time it'll miss up high for ball 3. Back against the wall here for Chase Hopewell, tying run on third. 3-0 count with nowhere to put Josh Hageman. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Yeah, with how he dealt with John, we thought that might be something for more to come.
3-0, called strike 1.
He's kind of struggled a little bit around the zone. Finally finds it there.
Three balls and a strike. The pitch from Hopewell. This one grounded over to second, scooped up by Lowe. He makes the play over to first. And Hopewell, despite giving up the run, is able to continue to keep this lead for the Joes. And got to feel like they can take at least a little bit of a breath after that one, as the teams trade 3 runs each in the 6th, and the lead is back down to 1 for the Joes. Should be a fun last 3 innings. To the 7th we go. Joe's looking to re-extend this one. Evan Ulrich will look to have a full at-bat when we come back after it got cut short in the 6th. More Joe's baseball on the way here from the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network. New pitcher on the mound is Brady Linkle for the Cincinnati Steam. Back and forth we go here from the Panther Athletic Complex. 6-5 through the dust. The Joes still have a lead, albeit the smallest one you could have at 1 run. Evan Ulrich will come up to the plate. Stood in the 6th before his at-bat was cut short when Nick Wimmers was caught stealing. And we'll face off against Brady Linkle, the former OU Bobcat, transferring out. The first pitch misses down low and away for ball 1. Going to head to Eastern Florida State College. 6'4", 215 pounds out of Cross Plains, Indiana. Righty on the mound to face the leadoff man, Ulrich. 1-0. Breaking ball finds its way off the plate, 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch, and this one's fouled off straight back. So Ulrich up in the count, 2-1. Joe's leading 6-5 here in the 7th inning in a back-and-forth affair between the Joes and Steam. And this pitch is outside from Linkle. Ulrich ahead 3-1. Chase Hopewell, who was just on the mound, is now just headed out to go coach first.
So probably the end of the day for him.
Probably.
Yeah, don't think we'd see him for more than one.
3-1, misses down low, ball 4. First time the Joes have had a leadoff man on since the second inning. Not an ideal start by any means for Brady Linkle. And now Parker Lester comes in with a runner on first. Righty on lefty from the stretch. Linkle deals home to Lester. Fastball in the inside corner for strike 1.
See if the off day, finally pays off for Lester. He's 0 for so far, but did have an off day yesterday. Said he was going to go golfing. So we'll see how that affects this.
He did go golfing yesterday. Indian Ridge Golf Course in Oxford.
Ah.
A lot of the guys went out. 0-1 is fouled back. Little Joe's match play action as he and Evan Ulrich took down the team they were facing. I know it was 3 guys. I believe it was Cal Brazier, Jack Rutz, and Casey Fink was the other team. 2 against 3, and Ulrich, who's on first, and Lester took him down. 0-2 pitch. Outside, and it gets by Klingenbeck after clipping off the top of his glove. Ulrich into scoring position. He will trot into second.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. It looked like the ball just went through his glove. Some sort of ejecto mitt behind the dish, but we'll take it.
So Ulrich into scoring position. It's going to be a pass ball on Klingenbeck. 1-2 now to Parker Lester. 0 for 3. Flew out his last time up. 1-2. Curveball called strike 3 on the outside corner. Parker Lester leans over. He shows his disagreement, but he's down on strikes for the second time. And Linkle rights the ship after the tough first at-bat, and will record his first strikeout. Cal Brazier up to the plate now. Runner still on second. Now 1 out. He's 1 for 3. First pitch is down low. Blocked down by Klingenbeck. This ball somehow ended up behind Cal Brazier. Field here is very dusty at the Panther Athletic Complex. Use a little water.
A little bit. A little rain come through.
One 1-0 the count to Cal Brazier. The pitch. Breaking ball onto the inside corner. Called strike 1.
A great pitch.
Very good stuff there. Just slid its way in to that inside corner. Clay Badalak on deck for the Joes. Linkle set from the stretch. Big lead over there at second from Ulrich. The pitch, swing and a miss. That one way off the plate. No reach there from Cal Brazier. It was blocked by Klingenbeck's right leg. And so now the count is 1-2. Runner on second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one foul tipped back into the ground. Brazier adjusting that right pant leg, maybe favoring the shin a little bit. So that might have clipped him. He's got no shin pad, of course, on that back leg.
I think I've only ever seen one person wear it on the back leg. I forget who. I think it was someone who came over from the Japanese league. Tried to protect the back leg.
1-2. Another pitch to Brazier. It's spiked up. Skips up high into the backstop and away. Ulrich to third easily. And now very important for Cal Brazier to put this one in play, facing a 2-2 count. See if the infield comes in here for the Steam or if they're content to maybe just take the run. With the natural grass in this infield, if you hit one soft to the infield, it will get eaten up. You'll have to charge in on it. Looks like the infield's going to stay in their normal spots for the Steam. So maybe a choke up here from Brazier. Just try to slap one into play. The count is 2-2. Finkel's pitch, swing and a miss. Got Brazier with the breaking ball. Second straight strikeout for Linkle. And now there's 2 outs in the inning as Clay Badalak will come up.
Linkle's been great after just giving up the walk, kind of struggled around the zone, and since then has been able to get some good swings and misses on that breaking ball.
First pitch to Badalak. This one hit down the line in left, and that's going to get down foul. I totally lost sight of that one off the bat. Barnes was pursuing, but don't think that one was hit too high. It came down to the ground pretty quickly. So Badalak will return to the plate to face an 0-1 count. He's 2 for 3 on the day. He's really worked the full perimeter of the field. He's found the left field and right field lines on both of his doubles so far. Linkle deals the 0-1, and the breaking ball falls right in there for strike 2. Breaking ball continuing to work for Linkle, 0-2. Linkle is set, ahead in the count 0-2. Here's the pitch. It's a waster up high. Badalak doesn't bite on it, so the count is now 1-2. 8 strikeouts for the Joes in this game at the plate. Righty on lefty. Linkle looking straight over at Ulrich, now looking home. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss up high, strike 3. And Linkle will strike out the side after giving up the leadoff walk to Evan Ulrich. To the 7th inning stretch we go. Well, what are we going to see next? I have no idea. This game has provided all kinds of entertainment. Time to stretch here from Elder High School. We'll see who's on the mound for the Joes when we come back on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Wyatt Fisher taking the mound for the Joes with a 6-5 Hamilton lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Luke Hammond, who led off the 6th, will lead off the 7th to face off against Fisher, the right-hander. Wyatt Fisher, the Cedarville Yellow Jacket. Good to see him coming in. Was pulled about a week and a half ago in Xenia due to injury. Had some shoulder discomfort. So really good to see Fisher back on the mound, who, as we mentioned in that game, has really flown under the radar stat-wise, but has actually been one of the most reliable Joe's arms out of the bullpen in terms of just not giving up runs or hits. And that's all you can ask for here. Luke Hammond 0 for 3 on the day. Reached on an error in the last inning, went around to score. First pitch from Fisher misses down and in for ball 1. Fisher fell down on the mound. Sure Zolrick he's okay.
It's not what you wanted to see from the Joe side of the dugout.
It looks like the dirt on the mound is getting kicked all over the place. There's a pretty big rut in the landing. Breaking ball, grounded up the middle, through for a base hit. Hard hit there from Hammond. Will pick up his first base knock of the night. He's now 1 for 4. And he'll bring up Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, the problem with that big old hole on the pitcher's mound is it's probably the same size as the starting pitchers, and if you're not the same height, you're going to struggle to either get into it, you're going to stride too far, or you're not going to stride enough to get into it and slide into it. That was always my problem of being the shortest guy to throw on the mound. I always wasn't able to have a big enough stride to reach.
Righty on lefty. Bunt is squared and put down. It's a good one. 2 hops to Fisher. He has to crow hop, but does get it over to first in time as Barnes is retired for the 2nd straight time. This time, though, on a sack. Goes 1-3 to advance the tying run. Luke Hammond to 2nd. So without hesitation, Harrison Barnes going with the bunt there.
It seemed like Fisher kind of had a little bit of trouble on the footing there as well. I don't know if it's cleats or if it's maybe.
He looked like he crow hopped like an outfielder on a throw that was, probably 90 feet,
if
right
that,
about.
Yeah.
So now Gabe Lopez comes up. He's 1 for 2. First pitch breaking ball falls all the way down into the dirt for ball 1. Fisher now setting for the 1-0 offering. Here's the pitch. This one flared out into right. Fink misread it. Now backing up all the way to the warning track. He is able to recover under it and make the catch. Tagging from 2nd to 3rd is Hammond. He will reach there, but 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, the right idea for Lopez, but just not enough outs to make this a very good sac fly. But either way, it's going to move the runner 90 feet, and you never know what's going to happen.
And you got a good bat coming to the plate. Tommy Thaman is hitless on the day, but has walked in his last 2 plate appearances. Scored the final run of the 6th inning for the Steam to make it a 1-run ball game. That's where we stand now. Runner on 3rd, 2 outs. 6-5 Joe's lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Fisher deals the first pitch in, and it's fouled back. Thaman came into today hitting .307. All-star starter. Fellow GMAC guy along with Wyatt Fisher. Be aboard, and Hammond comes in to score.
Yeah, just a tough play for batter, like having to go to his right. Pulled Brazier right off the bag, and Thaman with the speed able to beat out the back end and make that one almost a tougher play than it probably should have been.
So almost the end of the inning. So close for the Joes to escape this one, but now Adam Schneider will have a chance to maybe do something more for the Steam. We're tied at 6. First pitch catches the inside half from Fisher for strike 1. First time we've been tied since 0-0. Joes scored in the top of the first and have led wire to wire since then. 0-1. This one hit in the air to shallow center coming in as Miller. He's going to have to back out on this one and play it on the hop. It's another single, this time from the bat of Adam Schneider. Back-to-back for him now, and back-to-back in the inning for the Steam. We'll put him on first and second with Max Freeze striding up.
31, Max Freeze.
Freeze digging in. Has looked pretty solid so far in this inning, but just a couple softly hit singles find their way into the outfield. Now we're tied. Cincinnati trying to do more. First pitch from Fisher into the dirt. Freeze holds up. Ball one. One 0 from Fisher. This one's popped up behind home plate. Fouled off. 1-1. Fisher's command has been on the whole time. He's just given up a few softly hit singles.
Yeah, nothing you can really ask for there. He's been around the zone. Just some tough contact.
1-1, breaking ball in the dirt. Ball two. Freeze is 1 for 3 today. Two one on the way, and it's high and away for ball three. And so now, Thaman, or rather Fisher, needing to find the zone here. Thaman on second is the go-ahead run for the Steam. 3-1 pitch. This one's lifted up and out of play. Fisher back in the zone there. And now trying to get out of the seventh. We'll get a payoff. Runners will be on the move with 2 outs. Fisher sets up. Payoff pitch to Freeze. On the way. Fouled back. It was starting to slide towards that outside half. Would have probably been borderline had Freeze looked at it, so he'll defend. Runnels will return to their posts. And we'll do it again. Max Freeze facing the full count again. Pitch from Fisher. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big breaking ball there from Wyatt Fisher. Prevents further damage here in the bottom of the 7th. The Steam do tie the game, though, as Luke Hammond comes in to score on the RBI single from Tommy Thaman. Should be a fun finish. We'll have it for you. Final 2 innings on the way from Elder High School. 7 complete. Our score, Joe's 6, Steam 6. Back for the top of the 8th when we come back here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network. Top of the 8th, we've got a tie ball game from the Panther Athletic Complex. 6-6 between the Joes and Steam. Drew Feiger on the mound for Cincinnati, coming in relief of Brady Linkle, who went 1 inning in the 7th. Struck out the side after giving up the leadoff walk to Evan Ulrich. Leadoff batter for the Joes will be Sam Lowe. Got a defensive substitution for the Steam as Josh Hegeman will exit the game in center field and be replaced by the Xavier Musketeer, Hayden Christensen. Bottom of the order due up for the Joes. Hayden Christensen, listed as a catcher, has played seemingly everywhere except behind the plate for the Steam this year when the Joes have played them.
Shares a very, very famous name. You know, shout out all the Star Wars fans.
Top of the 8th. Something's going to give here one way or the other now in a tie ball game. Joe's looking to get back on the offensive explosion that they had in the 6th. They scored 3 and then immediately conceded 3 in the bottom of the inning to erase all of their insurance. And in the bottom of the 7th, the game was tied with the 1 run from Cincinnati. First pitch misses way off the plate to Lowe, all the way to the backstop from Feiger.
Just changing the eye levels, I suppose.
Base is empty to the leadoff man. 1-0 on the way. Up high for ball 2. Saw Evan Ulrich walk to lead off the last inning. He was the first leadoff man to reach for the Joes since the 2nd. 2-0 pitch. Up high and in, ball 3. And I think now Lowe's probably going to be taken all the way on this 3-0 pitch.
Have to here. Leadoff base runner would be huge here in the 8th.
He actually choked up a little bit on the bat. So we'll see from the wind. Here's the 3-0. And it's up high for ball 4. Lowe will shake the head as he heads on over to first. It's a leadoff base runner for the Joes, looking to do a little more with it this time. Casey Fink will be the batter to come in. And after the 4-pitch walk, we'll see how long until Fink decides to take the bat off the shoulder. Probably going to leave it up to Drew Feiger to find the zone first.
Either that or he's squaring a bunt here. I don't think there's an in-between. Big old gap on the left side, though.
And Fink is indeed going to square to bunt and now pull back as the pitch is outside for ball 1. Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Hammond came in from third, is now playing about 10 feet in front of the bag and a little bit off the line.
Yeah, you got to put this bunt up the first base line if you're a lefty.
1-0, and that'll be called strike 1. Feiger lost the hat. One after that pitch was up high and caught the zone. Umpire came over and had some words for the Joes dugout, maybe just a warning to let them calm down. 1-1, hit up the left side in the air, but foul.
Interesting choice to just show bunt once.
Feels like the next run is going to mean something big, as these teams have gone back and forth, but now starting to get into the late goings. Runs may be harder to come by. 1-2 the count to Fink. Here's the pitch. Up and in. Fink taking there. Lowe still on first. Gap is now a little wider on the right side of the infield than it is on the left, with Hammond retreating back into his normal spot at third. 2-2, fouled off. rolling up the left side grass in foul territory. Fink will keep the count the same. Another arm in the Joes bullpen warming up on the right side. Can't quite see who it is. Two-two. And called strike 3 on Fink. Fink with quite a few words for the home plate umpire as he heads back to the dugout. Out number 1 of the top of the 8th there. Second strikeout for Casey Fink, and someone was just ejected. It might have been Casey Fink.
That's a tough scene if it is.
Home plate umpire gave a really big ejection signal over there to first base, and now Tyler Thaman saying, wait, hold on. So he comes in from third. See what's going on over there. Fink had gotten back into the dugout, so we're not sure necessarily if it is him who indeed was tossed. But someone's going to get thrown from the game.
Still talking. I tell you, it's probably going to have to take a lot to get thrown in this league. We have only seen one ejection our entire time, and that was from a person who didn't slide into home.
Yeah, that was from Trey Rucker of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. He was coming home and did not slide, crashed into Evan Ulrich. This is the first time we've seen a player ejected seemingly for words. So now we're going to get a meeting. The umpires are both just kind of standing around. I'm not sure what we're waiting on here.
I think first base, the field umpires watching Casey pack up, or whoever was ejected, pack up, because he can't be in the dugout whatsoever.
So a long pause.
And probably a couple of words for them regardless as he's packing up. But Fink has been called down on strikes twice now, so probably just some pent up anger from his 2 strikeout at bats in general.
And so now the player has exited. We assume that's Casey Fink. But he is gone. And now Andrew Patrick will come up to the plate with a runner on first and 1 out. First pitch down low for ball 1 to Patrick. It is indeed Casey Fink who is ejected from the game. So per league rules, that'll entail at least a 1-game suspension. Fink will be out for the next Joe's game.
I don't even know if he can stay and come up here in the press box. I have no idea.
1-0 up high for ball 2.
I'm not sure if the rule is complete evacuation of the premises, or if you can come up here and chill with us so we can get some players on.
2-0 is the count to Andrew Patrick. The pitch. This one grounded on the left side, waiting on it, skipped up on third baseman. That was Hammond. Over to first is not in time as he got the lead runner at second. It's a fielder's choice for Andrew Patrick.
It's a good call, Andrew Patrick. We finally get to see the speed in person after we officially got the time at 6-2.
Barely beat that one out over at first. Back to the top of the order now for the Joes. Grant Miller up with a runner on first and 2 down. First pitch to Miller. Big cut and a miss on the outside half for strike 1.
We've seen some big cuts in general.
Nothing in 1 to Grant Miller. Here's the pitch. This one looped out into shallow, rather in the infield. It's caught by Schneider, who came over from second base. Looked like it might get down for a single, but instead it will retire the side here in the top of the 8th. Another leadoff runner on for the Joes to no avail as a 0 on the scoreboard yet again in the 7th and now here in the 8th. To the bottom of the inning we go. Steam looking to take their first lead when we come back.
Oh, shoot. You ready?
Number 51, William John.
Jacob Beal taking the mound for the Joes to face off against William John. And the first pitch ripped into right field, coming in on it and making the catch. Yes, indeed. The new man, Steven Stigler, freshly checked into the game with a big out there for the Joes.
Yeah, the ball always finds the first guy, and, there you go.
So a big first out for the new pitcher, Jacob Beal, as John ripped one to right, but it is caught by Steven Stigler. Now Corey Klingenbeck up to the plate. First pitch called strike one. Klingenbeck is 1 for 1, but has walked 3 times, reached base on all 4 plate appearances. Swing and a miss on the 0-1 to run the count 0-2. I should note that Jacob Beal has the best defense behind him of any pitcher for the Joes. He's got the lowest batting average against when balls are put in play against him, as the 0-2 is fouled back. Less than 10% of the balls put in play off him end up in hits. He struggled a little bit with the walks this season, but it seems like whenever Jacob Beal is pitching, guys are selling out just like that behind him. 0-2 to Klingenbeck. Hit up the middle and slicing over to the second base side. Blocked down by Lowe. The throw is wide on first, but still corralled by Cal Brazier. That one was slicing as it looked like it might go up the middle and then just cut right towards Sam Lowe. And the throw beat out Klingenbeck by just a step, who's retired from the plate for the first time tonight.
Number 24, Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen coming up. And the first pitch is a slider that misses low, 4-1. This is the first at-bat for Christensen, who came in as a defensive substitution in the last inning for Josh Hageman. 1-0 pitch to him. Fastball on the outside half for strike one. Now the 1-1. Beal winds and fires. That's right over the plate for strike two. Joe's looking for their first 1-2-3 inning of the game. The base is empty and 2 down. 1-2 count to Christensen. Beal winds, fires. This one's grounded third base side. Tough play, and it bounces away from Parker Lester. Fair ball. into the corner on the left side, tripping over first base, but sliding into second safely as Hayden Christensen, as that ball was just fair and got past the hand of Parker Lester, who was frustrated with himself after that. Just looking at the glove. Runner in scoring position now for the Steam with Luke Hammond coming up, who has really turned things around after an 0-for-2 start. He's 1 for 4, but has reached base his last 2 times and scored on both trips as well.
12, Luke Hammond.
So an unfortunate double given up there for Jacob Beal. First pitch to Hammond, low for ball 1. Two shuffles off second is Christensen. 1-0 pitch, chopped softly, foul up the left side. Beal trying to keep this game tied as we head to the 9th.
You got 2, 3, 4 coming up. Good part of the order to have when you need a run.
Wimmers, Ulrich, Lester for the Joes in the top of the 9th inning. 1-1 the count to Hammond. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball lifted up right side. This is pushing out of play, and it will get beyond the fence on the right side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's been a bullpen day for the Joes. Now on their 5th pitcher. Beals 1-2. Check swing. Gets away from Ulrich just slightly. That'll allow Christensen to advance to third. That one barely skipping to his right. Ulrich thought it went way behind him, so he was looking towards the backstop, but that ball was just sitting behind the right-handed batter's box, or left-handed batter's box, rather. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Jacob Beal. And after the 2-out double, the runner stranded on third, and we stay tied heading into the 9th. Joes could use a big run here, and one of the best parts of the order to do it. Nick Wimmers coming up to lead off the top of the 9th when we come back. An exciting finish on the way. Stay tuned. Top of the 9th here from Elder High School. And Nick Wimmers will come up to lead off against the Joes, facing Drew Feiger, who came in, walked the leadoff man, but able to get 3 outs and put up a 0 in the top of the 8th. 6-6 our score here in the 9th. First pitch to Wimmers on the way. This one lifted up left side and foul. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one fouled off by Wimmers. Steam were looking for their first win of the season when trailing after 5 innings. They've now tied it up. 0-2 from Feiger. This one laced left side, but just foul. On the line drive there from Wimmers, pushed it the opposite way and hard into the corner, but didn't quite find the line.
Yeah, did a good job to send that one the other way, just unfortunate.
Count is still 0-2. Feiger kicks and deals. This one's low and gets through Klingenbeck to the backstop for ball one. Now the 1-2, here it comes. This one fought off again. That ball was breaking towards the zone. Wimmers remains vigilant. Joe's looking for a leadoff base runner for the third straight inning. Long pause. See if Wimmers calls time here. There he does. Wimmers going to knock some dust off the shoes and dig back in. No stranger to marathon at-bats. Here's another 1-2. Inside, ball two.
Yeah, we saw the last one go in his favor.
We did. He went 15 pitches in his last really long at-bat we saw. Got a single out of it. Ready for the 2-2. Here it is. Fouled off again behind home plate. Wimmers is tough up there at the plate. Wimmers, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Faces another 2-2. High for ball three.
There we go.
Wimmers battles full. He's already walked once today. Reached base in 3 out of his 4 at-bats. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Down and in. Wimmers just defending, and he can't get a bat on it. It's a leadoff strikeout. Walked in the 7th. That was his last time up at the plate. Got all the way over to third before he was stranded. Righty on righty. Here's the first pitch. Slides away, ball one.
Just needing somebody to get on here for the Joes. You get some magic.
The 6th in which they scored 3. Then prior to that, you'd have to look all the way back to the 2nd. Certainly come in bursts for Hamilton tonight. 2-0. Just up high for ball 3. Breaking ball was moving toward the zone, but just not enough space. And the count is 3-0 to Evan. Feiger fires in, up and away, ball 4. The Joes have got their base runner. Evan Ulrich works his second walk of the day. And now Parker hit off his glove in the last inning. Nothing came of it, fortunately for the Joes.
Gotta get his righty.
Loves to hit against those right-handers as the lefty batter. Runner on, small lead for Ulrich on first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt for strike one. Lester visibly frustrated. He struck out twice, 0 for 4. One each way. Last time in the 7th. Got the looking 0-1. High. Fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lester not chasing. Cal Brazier on deck for the Joes. Feigler nods and now deals in. This one bouncing. Good stop by Klingenbeck. Squeezes it between the legs, but now Lester ahead in the count 2-1.
Just kind of waiting it out here. Just got to do something to get the pitch you want here and put it in the favorable spot for the Joes.
Two 2-1. This one lifted up left side, way out of play. 2 strikes on Parker Lester.
Joes have only really just played the one game in extras this year, so you'd like to get it done in regulation.
Joe's lost in the tiebreak to the Licking County Settlers in that game. 2-2, high and away to Lester, and the count is full. Long at bat. Seen a few of those in this inning from the Joes. Lester trying to let it go his way. 3-2, the pitch. This one lifted up left side, out of play, identical to the one we saw earlier in the at-bat from Lester. He'll fight that one off. The count remains 3-2. Big momentum pitch coming up. Feigler set. Here's the payoff. And called strike 3 on Lester on the bottom part of the zone. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Feigler. Cal Brazier comes up to the plate.
Yeah, gotta bite your tongue a little bit on the way back as well. Can't really air your disdain if you didn't like the call with already one guy being tossed today.
So now Cal Brazier comes up to the plate. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Feigler, 2 away. Runner on first, that's Evan Ulrich who walked. First pitch to Cal upstairs, ball 1. Evan Ulrich does not have a whole ton of speed on the base pads. You'd have to hit one really hard if you wanted to score him. Feigler's going to step off. Brazier certainly capable.
Yeah, down right field line probably. That'd probably be the best way.
Set at the 1-0. Here it is. It's off the plate for ball 2. In right field, Tommy Thaman playing a little more towards the gap. Push side could spell trouble for the Steam should Brazier be able to find that. 2-0 lifted up and out of play. Or rather, we got some shuffling in the outfield for the Steam, as that's Harrison Barnes in right field. But the count now 2-1 to Cal Brazier. 2-1 pitch down low for ball 3. Almost got away from Klingenbeck, but a good pick doing his best first baseman impression to keep that one in front, ball 3.
It went to pick that one. You'd normally like to see that one get blocked, but worked out in his favor.
3 balls and a strike. Pitch to Brazier. This one flared out to right field. Coming over on it is Barnes. It's going to drop for a base hit. Ulrich already on his horse over to third. He'll get in there safely as Cal Brazier extends the inning. Exactly what you wanted. Just punch that one out into right field and bring up one of the hottest bats in the lineup, Clay Badalak, coming to the plate. 2 strikeouts his last 2 times up, but a pair of doubles as well in this game.
Yeah, probably the guy you want at the plate if you're talking the first half. Because we might get a pitching change here with Badalak being a lefty.
And so we're going to get a meeting at the mound. There's a righty
warming
up
in the bullpen.
And so they're going to talk about it. So a long meeting here at the mound. Cal Brazier just pushed that one out. Clay Badalak could potentially give the Joes the lead with a hit here. He's batting .278 on the season coming into today. Has raised that a little bit with his 2-for-4 performance so far. And they are going to leave the righty in for now.
Time to be the hero. Hero ball from both sides. Let's see who wins.
Righty on lefty matchup here. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for the Joes. First pitch to Badalak. Dives low for ball 1. Sam Lowe is on the screen on the left side. Fouled off. It's probably going to finish right down the plate. Badalak couldn't quite square it up. 2-1. Feigler nods. Set from the belt. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. This one's hit out into center. Moving over on it is Thaman. He looks to be underneath it, and he is. He makes the catch for out number 3. Badalak put away for the 3rd straight time. And we head to the bottom of the 9th. The Joes strand 2. Cincinnati with a chance to maybe walk it off. Barnes, Lopez, Thaman due up in the bottom of the 9th when we come back. Exciting finish. Joes baseball here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Harrison Barnes leading off in the bottom of the 9th. Joe's 6, Steam 6. Here in a very entertaining game from the Panther Athletic Complex at Elder High School between the Joes and Steam. Pivotal game in this series and in the South standings. Jacob Beal back on the mound. First pitch catches the top of the zone. Calls strike 1 to Barnes. Harrison hitless on the day, 0 for 1. Walked, was hit by a pitch, popped out to short, and then had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. 0-1, bouncing in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike.
One thing we got to be wary of is that sun. No lights here. You have to wonder. It's always on buyer discretion with the light call.
This one's ripped right side, but right at Cal Brazier. He'll take it on the 1 hop into the breadbasket. Tap on first for out number 1. So the big first out recorded by Jacob Beal. Now up to the 9-hitter, Gabriel Lopez. Bases empty, 1 down. Lopez has had a great day in the field. 1 for 3 at the plate. A walk, a single, and a run scored. Righty on righty. Lopez squared a bunt, pulled it back. Pitch finds the zone anyway. Lopez with a look at Alex Dickey at third. Now he'll stand back in from the windup. Here's the 0-1 off high in the air on the right side. That's hit a mile out of play. Breaking ball was hanging there. But for Lopez, you do not want to see where that one puts you. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball blown by Lopez on the outside half of the plate. Second out recorded. Back to the top of the order now in the bottom of the ninth.
Just seems like we're destined for extras.
Tommy Thaman looking to extend the inning and prevent us from getting there for now. He started 0 for 2, but since then, 2 walks and a single. He's now 1 for 3.
Now, the interesting thing is, if by the time we get to the 11th, is it too dark? Do we go play at Foundation? Possibly, like, pick it up like the next time we play at home, or what?
First pitch is called strike 1. Yeah, it'll all just depend on what happens. The 0-1 bunt is squared and popped up, but into the screen. And now Thaman down 0-2.
Good carpool. Get everybody down there.
Could. Get everyone down there tonight.
Unlock it till the lights on.
A little 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock start.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just to play the 11th.
Just
play
for
half inning.
one half inning. 0-2. Beal deals home inside. Thaman watches it go by. 4-1.
Is it tomorrow we play the Steam, or is it the Scouts tomorrow?
I am not
Not
sure.
off the top of my head. I'll look.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count right now to Tommy Thaman. Beal from the windup. Here it comes. That one's low for ball 2.
Steam on Sunday. Scouts Thursday, Friday.
So the Joes will take on Xenia the next 2 days for the off day.
And before it becomes a 2-on-2 off week.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch bounces into Thaman, and now Beal playing with fire here. Full count to Tommy Thaman. This is the top of the order for the Steam. 2 outs here in the ninth. Just trying to escape and get this game to extras. The payoff pitch. Foul tipped. Ulrich took a piece of it pretty hard, but looks to be fine. Count stays full to Thaman. Adam Schneider on deck. And he's got hits in his last 2 plate appearances. Beal winds and fires. Here's the 3-2. Forward for the 4th straight time now. And Adam Schneider with a chance to maybe extend this. But Beal going to pitch from the stretch. Runner goes. Pitches down, throws down. It's high, and it's not going to be in time. Pitch was called ball outside. And now Thaman into scoring position. Deep single could potentially win the game for the Steam.
I thought it was a strike off of the
Set
rip,
a ball up here in the box, but it looked like it caught the outside half. So the count is 0-1, and now make it 0-2. Good pitch there from Jacob Beal. Thaman in second. Schneider behind in the count, 0-2. Beal looking to escape. The pitch off the plate. Waste offering there, and Schneider won't bite.
The breaking ball just keeps missing up for Beal. That's not a place you want to miss with that breaking ball with the runner on second. The winning run.
1-2. Here it is. This one's hit on the right side. Skips up into right for a base hit. Wave around third, and Stigler fumbles it out there in right. Thaman comes home to score, and it's a walk-off single for Adam Schneider.
Yeah, the ball is always going to find the new guy out in right field, and it just seems like that's exactly what happened out there in right. Stigler got a bad hop. It kind of took a weird hop, bounced past Brazier, and it took a weirder hop as it went all the way over the infield dirt. And Stigler just kind of mishandled it. Tough to always find the new guy, but, you know, there will be another day.
So a tough loss for the Joes, who fall to 17-14 on the year. The Steam improved to 17-13 and knocked the Joes out of playoff position for now as they jump into second place pending that game in Licking County. Final score in this one, Steam 7, Joes 6. Stay with us. We'll take a short break and then be back with our full wrap-up on the Casual Pint post-game. Joes fall in this one as the Steam walk it off from the Panther Athletic Complex, 7-6 your final.
Back here in the press box of Elder High School, the Joes drop a tough one in walk-off fashion, losing 7-6 to the Cincinnati Steam. It just seemed like the Steam turned on the Jets at the end of the game as the Joes did not score a run since the 6th, and even then it took a couple of errors to get those runs across, as opposed to the Steam, who scored in the 6th, 7th, and then 9th innings. It just seems like the Joes had a little bit of trouble finishing things off. Tegan Bork had pitched great at the start. Hughes struggled a little bit, but was able to kind of work his way through some innings, and then it just kind of got to the end, and by then it just felt like the ball was rolling for the Steam.
Yeah, in the first few innings especially, you look back at it, you thought that the Joes got some momentum because of some of the plays they had in the field, but now looking back at seeing the Steam explode late, it was really early in this game the Joes escaping an inning and escaping an inning and escaping an inning, as the Steam just seemed to be knocking on the door every single time, and the Joes would just find a way to get out with minimal damage, and eventually, that's not the most sustainable thing in the world, and the Steam were finally able to break this one open late and pick up the victory.
So once again, the Cincinnati Steam win this game 7-6, move ahead of the Joes by just a half game for second place. The Licking County Settlers, we just got a score update a couple minutes ago, are up on the Southern Ohio Copperheads at 3-0 as they will look to extend their lead to the top of this GLSCL South. We will return tomorrow to Foundation Field at 7:05 our start, 6:45 our start here on the broadcast. If you can't make it out, it will be the Xenia Scouts who come on the road to take on the Joes at Foundation Field. But the Joes drop a tough one here, 7-6 our final score. Thank you so much for tuning in. For everybody who makes this production possible, thank you so much for watching. I'm Blake Griffin, signing off.